Hello and welcome to the Adventure Archive. My name is Ryan and I will be your dungeon master this evening as we continue our adventures in the Dark Kingdoms. With me, as always, we have Matt of the Calder, the human death cleric. We do not have Jess tonight. She will be missing this evening, so Dariana will be potentially played by somebody here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But she is our elf-marked Seraphage sorceress. We have Jason as Cutter the Faceless, the Daracool Rogue Duelist. Andy as Nollum Davelbreen,
No.
the Knoll/Gnome Divination Wizard. And Eric as Sylvester, the Dampier Warlock with his now Spine Devil familiar, Annie. The Dark Kingdoms takes place in the Midgard setting, which is published by Kobold Press, so you will notice some differences in some of the classes and races and whatnot. If you have any questions about that, just throw them in chat. And also, please be aware, this is an evil campaign containing evil-aligned characters in a dark fantasy setting, and as such, may not be suitable for some audiences. Graphic descriptions of gore, murder, self-mutilation, and torture are fairly common, especially recently. So, if that's not for you, just drop alert. And I think I saw. Did I see Sursa? Let's throw out a Sursa in the chat. Tonight's dungeon sponsored by Sursa Victory. How's that going for you guys? How you feeling about it?
That's how I sound without a
earlier,
tongue.
Pre-stream that I think Ryan needs to stop hanging out with Sursa.
Yeah.
We're all maimed and,
Before the
and
Dark
I'm familiar
Kingdoms.
with this stuff, and it's awesome. But it's kill dungeons.
He,
Like,
he brings out
it's
the best
meant to
in
go
Ryan.
through like his tournament one that we did, the Iron Fist.
Necropolis? Yeah.
That's designed for you to go through multiple characters. You know,
No.
Spasiba
it's not
Elton.
campaign style. It's like let's
I'm
see
having
how many
fun with
lives
it.
they have to go through.
Yeah, but
That's-
it all there's
and
a perk.
I'm
You'll
talking
see,
shit,
you'll
but I
see.
enjoy the hell out of
Yeah.
it. I enjoy
And
the hell out of
Jess,
it. Let's do
Jess
it.
dropped by
Let's go.
chat. Jess, we wish you could be here as well. It's probably the best thing you could do not be here, because I will try to actively not kill characters that players aren't here for.
Oh, what?
So it might
Nice,
be,
Jess. Good call.
might be the best thing you could
The
have
Jess
done.
campaign. It'll just be Jess.
Yeah.
and Ryan.
Not
It'll
gonna
be
get
Jess.
death raid like
Yeah.
in Theros.
Nope. I'm not gonna put that on somebody. That's why I was like, fuck no, I'm not rolling that save. That's on you, you son of a bitch. So yes, if please on Monday we run Theros with Evil Andy as our wonderful DM. It is a wonderful campaign, so go check that
Go
out.
on
I need
vacay.
to rearrange you guys a little bit, at least in my view, because I look at you the way stream looks at you, so it fits in my brain better.
Wait, so Jess just gave us shields.
Oh yeah.
I think L2 just dropped a shield for Victor.
Spasiba Elton.
So let me bring that up. And can someone drop an exclamation point XP in the chat, please? If you would like to assist the party or me, you can use you can use your channel points or bits to redeem blesses, to redeem banes, to give the party shields, false life. Basically, cast a spell on the party or myself to help or hinder them in some way.
Don't help Ryan, please. We need
Yeah.
it more than he does. Oh, no.
I should just bane every single roll. How many banes do I have?
You have enough. You have like 11.
have. Do I have 11?
You've got 11.
They go real quick when you
turn
decide
them
to
up
use
to 11.
all of them.
Yes, I have 11.
You can
Okay,
make
so
10
real
louder.
quick recap of what's going on. It looks like I have 11 banes. Matt has 10 blesses and 2 shields. Jess is not here, but she has 10 blesses and 3 shields and a red card. Cutter, lots of shields, man. You got 10 blesses and 5 shields. Nolan has 10 blesses and 4 shields.
I'm gonna need it.
And Yeah, and Sylvester has 10 blesses and 4 shields. It looks like the only card on the board then is Jess with the red card. And then a couple of you have inspiration, and a couple of you have mysterious purple dots.
Who has inspiration?
We're missing flesh.
Jess, you, and Victor have inspiration.
Awesome.
Steph, thank you for doing that TGT shout out. Steph, thank you so much for being here. Yes. If you like us, you will also like the Gilded Troll. They are amazing people and an awesome D&D stream, so go check them out. What? I had just thought of something, and then it immediately disappeared from my brain.
You got distracted by looking at our
cards!
blesses.
Exclamation point luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We use the now called Fate and Fortunes deck from Nord Games for Nat 20s and Nat 1s on ability checks and saving throws, non-initiative rolls out of combat. So every which way players can be helped and hindered, and you can be a part of that. Any super important new news before we start? Anything happened recently? No? We got some stuff to talk about at the end of the stream for sure. Some things coming up soon, maybe on Thursdays. And yeah. So why don't I actually do a quick recap of kind of the arc that we're in right now and how we got to this place where you were cutting off your fingers and toes and tongues. The beginning of this current arc began with the players. The previous one ended kidnapping a very important not political figure, a very important person, potentially starting a war. I think they were kind of unaware of the potential consequences. When they brought that figure back, the king of the vampire kingdom, the lord of the lord that they were working for, showed up quite angry. But instead of killing you all right there on the spot, decided to basically say, you now work for me, and here is a list of things I need you to do. One is to stamp out the heretical sect of Red Sisters, the state religion to Morena, the blood goddess, the goddess of blood and lust, that is anti-vampire. Find them, stomp them out. And second, find out what faction of whoever is trying to disrupt the alliance that we forged 10 years ago with the Ghoul Imperium that allowed us to take over and conquer the kingdom of Krakovar. So then you were sent out on this mission. You, not too soon after, met up with both ghouls and Sisters of the Red Winter in an underground temple in Zobek, which puts you in a direction after seeing an idol to Morena and having some mysterious prophesying to you. Found out that you needed to go to the Master of Visions, and after ingesting some human dust, found out you needed to find the Archduke Avgost, who is the last imperial royal blood of Krakovar, the kingdom that the ghouls and the vampires conquered. Through various trials and tribulations, you have been trying to hunt him down, and the last time you almost had him in your grasp was in the city of Jost, in the dwarf-controlled area that used to be Krakovar. And once he slipped away, he was actually grabbed by the ghouls themselves, who you found to be ruled by Lord Blackfly, who is supposedly one of the favorites of the Emperor and given a lot of leeway, but that leeway is apparently being used to try to disrupt the alliance with the vampires and seek power on their own. There is a dark ritual that oracles across the entire world have been seeing, and your job is to stop it, and the Archduke Avgost is part of that ritual. He has now been taken to the Ghoul Imperium, and you know that it is less than a month out before the next full moon in which this ritual will take place. In order to try to pierce into the Ghoul Imperium, which is completely basically lived in by undead and those allowed to be there, which you are not, you were sent to Seawall, where there are grave binders that work in the Grand Necropolis that might have information or items or something for you that would allow you to travel amongst the undead. But once you arrived, they had a quid pro quo to offer you, which was you help us, we'll help you. And to help them, there's this massive necropolis where they bury their dead that is supposed to be run by the dead at night, but by the living during the day. And that balance has been shifted so that the undead are attacking during the day, and they would like you to figure out why and to stop it. Through your investigations, you discovered a hidden catacomb, temple almost, to the god Anu Akma beneath the Ilya family crypt. And as you've entered into this dungeon, almost, these catacombs, this is where you are. You have fought Anubians, you have fought sandstorms and mummies that have popped out of it. And most recently, you entered into a chamber, which, once you entered it, began to fill with sand, closing off all of the exits to you. And against the far wall, you saw 5 jars, 5 canopic jars with jackal heads and jackal images on them. One piece missing from each jackal: a finger, a toe, an eye, an ear, and a tongue. And you had 15 minutes to try to figure out how to get out of this room filling with sand. After losing far more body parts than was required, the door in front of you, well, the wall in front of you began to shift and rise. And that's where we begin our session for this evening.
Woo!
All right.
Is that your new hype, Andy?
It's my new, like, yay! I'm so glad I am missing a toe, a finger, an ear, an eye, and a tongue.
And a toe's a big deal for you, apparently, right?
Not the null toes.
Jason's just pushing our luck now.
So quick recap before we get going. I would like to know, starting from my left on the screen, Victor, what all did you actually cut off, and what did you put in your jar?
So I cut off an eye and a toe, and I think the one that lit up the jar was the eye.
Okay.
And I took off a total of 13 hit points for those two things.
Okay. Cutter, what all did you actually end up cutting off, and what?
An
is
ear,
in the jar?
my tongue, a little toe, and a little finger.
That's a lot.
And I believe my ear was the first one I cut off, I think. What was it? I don't remember.
Well,
I lost track.
I think it was my ear. I think it was my ear.
He was just like, fuck
I have
it.
so many missing body parts.
Yeah.
Like,
You also have flesh stripped off of your body.
yep.
I tried to create like a little grid of body parts and people's names, and I couldn't keep up with it. It was so
There you go.
fast.
Nolam, what all did you cut off, Nolam? What all did you cut off, Beatum, and what made the jar light up?
So everything off of Nolam. So finger, a toe, tongue, eye, ear, and then off of Beatum, his tongue, which lit up the jar.
Oh.
Like the worst thing that Beatum could lose.
Yeah.
Sylvester, what all did you cut off, and what
Pink.
lit up the jar?
Pinky.
Just a pinky.
Just a pinky.
I'm not fucking with this.
And the best part is like even like
Oh,
Chernobog
but I
took
also
away-
cut out Annie's tongue.
That's what it is. And Annie's tongue.
Annie's tongue.
Yeah.
Hey, why do you have a familiar if you can't cut out his tongue?
Yeah, all you have to do is kill it and then resummon it, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
Right? I was about to just start chopping her up into little pieces. I was like,
Yeah.
but it didn't. The first thing didn't work, so I stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, she should be fine. Right? She should totally be fine. It shouldn't be like a permanent thing.
No memory of it.
So, I believe then.
I don't like the way you
Silent,
said that, by the way.
Silent Butt Ducky coming in
Whoop,
with
whoop.
that resub. Thank you so much for being here. You can catch Silent Butt Ducky on his own channel. You can also watch our VODs on our website. And watch Silent Butt Ducky play Merkborg, GM'd by the wonderful Jason.
Nope, wrong way. But they know me.
Oh, I'm backwards. I'm right for me and wrong for you. It's over there. It's this one. This one. Right there. Right there. Right there. So, and then I don't know if Jess is still in chat, but I assume she put the toe in the jar. And I think that might have been the only thing she cut off. She might have also cut off a little finger. I'm not sure. But it sounds like Victor and Cutter were mostly on the chopping block. So, Sylvester,
Yes.
the finger lit up the jar for you. Dariana, the toe lit up the jar for her. Beatum, the tongue lit up the jar. Victor, the eye lit up the jar. And Cutter, the ear lit up the jar. So,
And just, I had in my notes, Ryan, that nobody has mummy rot anymore, and that Cutter and Victor are the only ones missing slices. Skin
is
slices.
that true? Yes.
Because
it is
I
true.
burnt, we slept overnight, and then I used spell slots to.
Yeah, yeah. So
Rip it
you were able to remove curse, but yes, you still have strips of flesh missing from your bones to
Not the
explain
beautiful
that
Sylvester,
as well. Yeah. You oh yes, I forgot. A sandstorm blew up in the final room of the previous floor. And during that sandstorm, it actually shredded strips of flesh from a number of the players who failed saves. And they also had to tell me one of their highest level spells.
Yeah.
The people affected were Victor, Cutter, and Sylvester, but Victor reached out and actually was able to summon and converse, as well as you can, with his god. And somehow afterwards, Sylvester's flesh returned to him, and he is no longer marred by that. You did, however, when you took a rest and were affected by the mummy rot, those still affected, Victor and Cutter, lost additional strips of flesh, and once again had to pick spells. So, on top of the body parts you're missing, some of you are missing entire strips of flesh from your arms.
Yeah, I'm missing 3.
It's not looking good.
4 body parts, 3 strips of flesh. Not a whole lot left.
Partridge.
Can we tell the difference really on Cutter though?
I mean, he does have flesh. It's just kind of like jerky,
Okay.
We should, if we live long enough to get to
Oh.
Christmas, we should create a Dark Kingdoms like 12 Days of Christmas.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ducky coming in with the 600 biddies. What all are you doing with that, my friend? Blessings for everybody.
Oh, thank you so
oh,
much.
yeah.
We need it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so give me 1 second. We'll let me update that real quick before we get
Can I-
going, because once
can
we
I-
get going, we are going to be going.
I think Janelle might be right too. I think I had 2 shields coming in because I had 3 last time, used 1, and then if L2 gave me 1, I should be back up to 3.
Oh, the issue is that I didn't actually put your shield in.
Well, thank you, Janelle. You're the
I
best.
brought it up and then didn't do anything with it. So this should put just about everybody at 11. Ducky, turning you guys up to 11.
One louder than 10.
And then there was, I don't know why I put your,
Oh, Steph.
hell
There we
yeah,
go.
Steph, thank you so much.
DM low.
That's Jess. Oh, look at you guys triggering a hype train, a marathon with 5 gift subs.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh man, now we triggered a hype train. Oh man, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I need to put your character names in here instead of your IRL names. Okay, am I missing something? No, Steph. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna be baning away. Oh wow,
Damn,
Eric.
dude. Yeah, baby.
5 gift subs from Eric. So Amerison
I've been
to
meaning
Jax
to.
Queer, Bunchy's
I
friend
keep forgetting.
Beveros, Cisco, Bad Rongo. Got a gift sub from Amerison.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Cisco.
And then
Choo-choo.
Eric
Choo-choo.
giving one to Ramber, to Josh, off the way to Josh, Anuska, Yo Skyler, and Rob Esquire, because that's how words work. Oh my gosh. We're never gonna thank you guys for all of the bits and
Thank you
things.
for delaying.
I've been meaning to give those out, and then I always forget. And then Amerison threw it up there. I'm like, that's right. So
There you
thanks,
go.
Amerison. You reminded me, and thanks for the gift subs.
Another shield to everybody. Janelle. You're supposed to be on my team. You're supposed to be on my team.
Thanks, Janelle. Wow.
My team.
Oh, there's your Bane.
Team Ryan.
Yeah, Cisco coming in with the Bane.
So he texted me last week, Ryan, and was like, why aren't you guys on? He didn't realize he'd gotten so addicted to us.
Ooh, I got 2 Banes. I got one from the Duckster and a channel point redemption from Cisco. Oh my gosh. And
here we
seriously,
go.
okay. Someone's going to need to help me try to keep up with all of this. What is going on?
I need
right
2
now?
seconds.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Whoa. Amerison.
Here we go.
All right. We are campaign altering amounts of bits and stuff right now.
10 Banes. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm
Can you
I'm
go to
still,
triple digit Banes?
I can do whatever I want. I'm still updating everybody's shield. So if you see that it is not updated correctly, let me know. Because it is kind of a pain to do that. So let me go back. Oh my goodness. So I got 2 Banes from Ducky and Cisco. So let me add those in. So that's 15. Source of Victory, 1,500 bits. 10 more Banes for In the Name of Anu Ahma. 25 Banes, baby. You guys are fucked. And Gilded Staff with another Bane up to 26. Amerison, you crazy bastard, giving out 5 more subs to Effusive Mind, Art Hard Studio, Jensen, Rana, and the Gilded Troll has a sub to us. What else?
Amerison has gifted 25 subs in our channel so far.
Got that 25 gift badge. Amerison, thank you so much. What Ryan is just writing down, add additional traps. Yes. Every DC just went up by 3. And all hit modifiers have gone up by 2 minimum. Got to get past that shield. Gilded Staff with another Bane. You got, again, I'm literally just baning literally everything you do so I can get rid of these. And we are now at like 170% level 5 hype train. So that is the way to start a stream. You guys are all fucking lovely and amazing. Hell Tende coming in with the resub. She's been here for 4 months. Thank you so much, Hell. And then Janelle dropping 500 more bits to get Matt and Dariana up to 5 shields each. You guys are awesome for doing this, but terrible for not being on my side. Well, no, everyone's on my side. 28 Banes, I think.
Yeah.
And then Jess as well. Who wants? We'll decide who gets to Jaeger Jess if and when we need to Jaeger Jess. So, let me look at the stream. See, oh my gosh, 500 for 1 more for each player. Why not? All right. Just 12. Jess.
Thank goodness train's coming to a station.
Jess at 12. Amerison, thank you so much. 12. Andy at 12. And Eric at 12. So is that everybody at 12 and 5 basically? Is that what it looks like to everybody? I'm at like 27 and everyone's at 12 or 5 and Cutter actually has 6.
Yeah, I'm at 6.
6. Wow. Wow, you guys are crazy. Thank you so much. 188% level 5 hype train. This isn't even the boss fight, guys. I hope you know that I wouldn't do the boss fight without Jess. So, you might want to, yeah. Well, I think a lot of people, this might be like the...
Hopefully Jess isn't doing the boss fight by herself.
Oh, just cheering for badges, yeah. This,
It'll be her and Brian.
yeah, just her and Brian.
Well, is Brian still in the bag?
He is.
We haven't taken Brian out yet.
I feel like there's like a subconscious, hey, sorry for helping him make the super deadly dungeon. Like, here's some bits and bosses and stuff.
100%.
Sorry, guys. Except Cersei's
Right.
like, no, 10 more Banes, you will die. Okay.
I wonder how
wow,
many
let's-
times somebody gets like a, oh, thank you so much, but also fuck you for like making this deadly for us.
Right? It makes it.
And then Amerison with, yes, there's Jess. Jess, what all did you cut off? And there goes the hype train. You guys are crazy. 12 gifted subs and 5,050 bits. You're all crazy. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. This community is amazing. Amerison, what are you doing with those last 100 biddies? Wait, is there a choo-choo parrot now? A hype squawk? We have a choo-choo parrot? I better have got... No, I didn't gift anything. I should have dropped like a bit so I could get the hype emotes. I think I have all of the emotes, though. What are you doing with those last 100 bits? Yes, and Andy, you can spend 100 bits, but I can't help anybody.
No problem.
Except me. If you guys want to use your bits and channel points to buy me Banes, I will allow it.
Hype squawk.
All right.
Got the hype squawk.
Hype squawk. Okay, so let's get crack-lacking because you have a lot to do and hopefully you survive. So where we left off, once again, all of you had just mutilated yourselves. So as your body parts are laying on the ground in front of you or filling jackal-headed jars, each of you slowly bleeding from... Look at fucking Eric. He took me quite literally and
You
gave
can
me a
only
name.
use it on me.
There
But-
you go.
I put a caveat in there. You can only use it on me.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I have 28 of them. One of them will be yours. So,
Oh, lordy.
as we get going, as you're all standing there, slowly bleeding into the sand from your various wounds, some out of the corners of your mouth, some filling your boots with blood, the wall in front of you, filled with this alcove of canopic jars containing more bits of you, slowly begins to rise, and the sand behind you goes from a stream to a trickle, and then it stops. As the wall rises in front of you, each of you feels a profound sense of loss radiating from your missing body parts. Each of you have disadvantage on skill checks and saving throws associated with those missing body parts. Sylvester, the loss of your finger has given you disadvantage on all strength checks and strength saving throws. Dariana,
Strength
she's
saving
not
throw.
here,
Okay.
has disadvantage on all dexterity checks and dexterity saving throws. Beatum / Nolam, by cutting out both of your tongues, you have disadvantage on all constitution checks and saving throws. Victor, removing your partially working eye, you have disadvantage on all intelligence checks and saving throws. And Cutter, by cutting off your ears, you have disadvantage on all wisdom checks and wisdom saving throws. You feel this dark energy settle onto you, seem to grasp onto those specific missing body parts. The others, the extras, the bonus bits that you cut off are simply bleeding, apparently unaffected, but the parts in the jar seems to have, once again, latched onto you and seems to be a burden, this albatross, stuck to you currently. Beyond the doorway, there's a large chamber filled with old blood and rotting viscera scattered throughout. The sandstone walls are cracked and battered, as if something was smashed into them repeatedly. The violence seems somehow familiar to you. I'm just going to open up this whole space here.
You said the violence feels familiar?
It does indeed feel familiar. Nope. Reveal area. That's what I want to be on.
And what was the tongue? Because that would be Annie as well. What was the disadvantage on for tongue?
No, her bit didn't actually make a jar light up, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. I go in.
The floor of this large chamber is heavily worn, and large, defaced jackal statues stand in each corner. In addition to a large, closed door in the south wall, 2 smaller doors exit this chamber to the east and the west.
Nolam pulls a black vial from his robes and fills it with blood leaking from his own severed tongue and watches it turn and bubble black, and then drinks the liquid. And now he's going to discover that he has disadvantage on Constitution saving throws because he has to make a Constitution saving throw in order to get healed by this.
Mm.
Okay. Why aren't you letting me do disadvantage? Here we go. Disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay, so he's going to take 1d8 damage. As he tries to heal himself with that shitty healing potion.
there's nothing more DK. 30%
Oh.
shiny.
So, for those that are not in the know, can you explain what you just did?
Yeah.
Beatum came into the possession of a blood magic vial that changes blood into a healing potion that you have to make a Constitution saving throw of 12, I believe, to you either get healed for a D8 plus something or take D8 damage. So that's actually going to be a total of 7 damage, I believe. He immediately starts coughing up blood all over the place.
Wonderful. That makes me very happy. And I'm glad specifically that you got the con one just for literally that exact thing. Also, I just noticed that the Theros players are still on the screen. So let me switch up. No, Jess. Only if it's to give me Banes. Absolutely not. You play in this game. That's a base rule for forever. I should have made it nothing on any in the channel. Jess, here's the thing. If you die and don't come back and you're no longer in this campaign, you can use all of those channel points here.
Ooh, that sounds like a threat.
No, but
All right.
he's our most popular player. Can't you start draw?
Hello, Minotaur Dad. So, all right. So it is selected correctly now. You can see the player's characters if you hover over the screen. So that is what you see. You see this large room. You see that the walls have been smashed and destroyed. It feels reminiscent of a previous room to you. You see torn and shredded body parts kind of scattered throughout. Not a massive amount. This room is bigger, but you can tell there's probably at least one human's worth of parts scattered across this room. The parts appear old, somewhat rotted, somewhat decayed. The blood seems dried. To the south, as I said, is a large door here. And then you actually see not just, well, man, what I should have done was only opened up this room first, huh? But I opened up the whole thing. You see numerous doors here, and here as well.
And what'd you say about the statues?
Let's just go ahead and just get rid of this stuff real quick, even though you've seen it, just because now I feel like it. The statues are jackal-headed statues that have been defaced, similar to the defacements that you have seen previously. So this is what you currently see.
And it doesn't, like, the defacement seems like it was like after the smashing, like doesn't seem like it was like part of the fighting itself.
Why don't you roll me a
Intelligence? Disadvantage.
investigation save or investigation check.
There we go.
To
yeah,
to determine that with
so
your
I got
one
plus
eye.
0 as well.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Victor.
You get the sense.
It's one good eye.
Yeah, one good eye. You get the sense that they may or may not be connected in the way you're thinking. Clearly the defacements and stuff, they're actually quite old.
Okay.
The smashing of this corpse, since there is actually still flesh and things like that, and you can tell that it's some of these body parts that were smashed in the wall. You can tell by the massive blood splatters that looks like something smashed in and cracked the wall and then burst almost like a balloon against it. You can tell that that's newer. But the defacements on the stones, the defacements you've previously seen throughout, like when ghouls and things were drawn on walls and things, they appear quite old actually. And this corpse, although not fresh, is still fresh enough to be, within the last few weeks, if not months.
Okay.
It is cool
Victor
down
passes
here,
that.
and there is very still air. So
What do these doors look like? Are they just stone doors?
yes, the one in the south seems like kind of like a very, very large stone door from what you can see, but the ones to the left and right, so the east and west, they seem smaller. They're definitely, just average door sized. They are stone doors. They appear to potentially just like swing open and whatnot. But yeah.
I'm gonna go the one I'm next to there. I'm gonna go give a listen at that door.
Okay. Roll me a. Doesn't matter. Investigation perception.
Investigation.
As you listen at that door, you don't.
That's with a +5. That sucks. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't hear nothing. It sounds like an empty room to you.
So I whisper back to everybody, nothing on this side.
I'm gonna do the same to this one.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
With disadvantage, but that's okay.
Because you have a plus 8,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why did it only roll one?
And
Yeah,
is
we'll do it
perception
again.
one of your ones that you can't fail?
Yeah, I get
That's awesome.
Look, it's either a 19 or a 20.
Awesome.
So of
I
all the
love
body
Eric.
parts you could have cut off, that's probably the one that's
Yeah.
the least impactful to you. Well, it really doesn't matter for anything for you, basically. I should have. If
As
you
long
did
as
like
I'm proficient, yeah.
yeah, you can't get below a 10. You can still get a nat 1 and a
Yep.
card, but you really can't fail.
Yeah.
As you slowly listen at this door, you also hear nothing.
Okay. I'm going to test it. Push it open slowly.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
As you do, it pushes open gently. There appears to be no real locking mechanism or anything on the door. It is just what ends up being this kind of thin stone door that are on some type of hinges that let it just open inward. And as you do, this is what you see inside.
Hmm.
1 second. You see a wide ledge extending along one wall in a long, narrow room, and shelves holding empty jars similar to the ones that your body parts now reside in, and some scraps of linen all along the opposite wall. The ledges appear to be about work height, and are wide enough to hold a body.
I'm going to go a bit closer in here.
Nolan's gonna follow him in, and when he sees the scraps of linen, he actually takes the linen and starts wrapping it around the Noel's like severed body parts to like kind of staunch the
Staunch.
bleeding.
Yeah.
Staunch.
Yeah. Yes. Look at us all staunch and good
Staunch.
job, everybody.
Somebody roll for
Um,
staunch.
Roll for staunch.
Victor
Dariana
kinda-
actually has a spell called staunch.
Yeah, Victor notices
So-
that Dariana's kind of behind, and he kind of says to her, Dariana, come along, and he's kind of offering her the dagger. And if you want to, Ryan, I could just, you can give me control, and I'll just make sure she comes along with us.
Yeah, why don't you just take Dariana for the
I'm
evening?
gonna say
Jess, if you're in here, feel free to just RP from chat. I will. You
yeah.
are more than welcome.
That would be kind of awesome.
Yeah, at least for serious,
She normally
you know,
cuts Victor, right?
right. At least for big decision making, you can also whisper me if you would like to.
That's awesome.
And I will let let me give you control of Dariana. There you go. Don't kill her.
Yeah, I'll just keep her safe as possible.
Yeah, you can just keep her safe. So
I'm clicking on her, but it's not coming up.
I should have given because I gave her to Cutter, not Victor. My bad. That's it.
There we go. Thank you.
So I don't see them freaking out when they went through that door, right? I don't hear screams of agony and pain.
You don't currently hear screams of agony or pain, no.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and check through this door.
Okay. So as you do, you find a similar chamber. You find, again, these these like kind of about like waist high benches, about this wide, and you see shelves full of jars, similar to the canopic jars that you previously saw. You see various implements in there as well, and you see scattered bits of linen. And things like that as well, but just as a cursory glance through the room.
Okay, so same thing. I got to wrap my hand, so I'll grab some of that to wrap my hand up, and then I'm gonna start checking out some of these jars.
Okay, why don't you roll me an investigation check?
Ugh. A blessing that doesn't.
Yeah,
even-
Jess, don't feel obligated. You're not here. It's just if you feel like chiming in, go for it. But you are You are away, so be away. If you would like to be away, we gotcha. I'll try not to kill you.
So even blessing that won't really help. Oh wait, that's a nat 1, by the way.
It's a nat 1. Just realized doesn't matter.
Oh, I already
You
have a
do
red.
not
Huh?
have.
Oh no, I
you
don't.
don't.
New red
So-
card.
New red card. Can someone roll an exclamation point luck in chat? We use the Nord Games Fate and Fortunes deck. Anytime someone gets a nat 1 or a nat 20 on saving throws and can I word? Is that a thing that I can do? Ooh, that's a solid one. That's a solid one.
No, it's not.
Yeah. That's actually a really, really good one. So let me just
That's like
make a
Christmas
note of
tree
that.
Eric.
Yeah. So Eric has this.
And I gave you a bang. Damn it. All right.
I should
No,
have
he didn't
banged
ban it.
that roll. There we go. So that is updated.
So I'm wrapping my hand. And obviously not seeing shit. So I'm sitting kind of on a ledge. I'm gonna have Annie go through the rest of the stuff, see if she can find anything.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll a check for her as well. I mean, she's like a little person for you now.
Right.
Cutter at the same time. Did you and Nolan wanna like dig a little deeper in your room?
Yeah.
Or...
Yep.
Okay. You guys can both
would
roll me
like to.
investigation checks.
Okay.
Cutter and Dariana. I'm sorry. Fuck. What is wrong? Victor and Dariana. You guys are in different spots. So fuck.
So I'll roll her investigation. Investigation is intelligence, right?
I'm gonna bless it just cause.
Okay.
Oh, a nat 20.
Oh, nice. 10. I'll take 10.
So you immediately get a red card, and in your very next roll, you get a blue card.
Yeah. Well, that was
Oh,
Annie.
hey.
That's for Annie's investigation.
But she works for you. She's yours, just like Brian is. And Minotaur Dad coming in with 150 biddies. Thank you for them
Nice.
tig old
Thank
biddies.
you.
And I assume with 100. No. So what are we doing with 150 bits? Wait a minute. The other issue I think are. I mean, we're not going to go back and do it now. Are our cheers now 150, not 100 bits? Is that a thing that we did?
That is correct. I thought no for the bits.
Yeah.
I thought the bits were staying the same. And
Yeah,
the
you
channel
just
points
changed
were
the channel points. Yeah.
No, we changed it all to bump the thing up and keep it even with the Bane.
Staff
So it
size.
doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah, so in the future, both are 150. So some of the cheers, you guys got some free
Oh, yep.
blesses going forward. So Minotaur Dad, yeah. So are you blessing a player or are you baning for me and my 28 banes? Yep, you guys got
28?
discounts
Bane?
on that level 5 hype train discounts.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So thank you, Minotaur Dad. Who is that for? And you also get a blue card. Ooh. Choose your initiative score.
Oh, cool.
And you can use that for yourself or Annie.
Did I already have a blue?
No.
All right.
I hope not. I don't see one on you. Yeah. So I'm pretty well updated. So let's give you both a red and a blue. I'm going to bless Victor from Minotaur Dad. Matt, you get an additional bless. You are at
I also
the
used the
lucky
bless, so
13.
you need to take one off of me.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys. It is not easy to keep up with all of this,
Got it.
which everyone found out. Bless Jason, you are down to 11. So Victor's up, you are down, and Sylvester has both a blue card and a red card. Fantastic. Need to hire an Adventure Archive intern. Yes.
Could you
If we
imagine
could
that?
have someone, well, because already now, like I run a bunch of
Right.
this stuff, but Jason actually runs the actual stream stuff, which makes it so much easier for me, and I very much appreciate it. But if all of us could just have one person that runs the stream and runs our trackers and runs all the stuff, that would be fantastic.
We need a
Um,
team.
Let
We
me
need a team.
let
We
me
need a
talk to
production team,
Cisco. Let me
guys.
talk to Cisco
We're
Kid.
clearly of like, the stature on Twitch that we need an entire production team for this. But
I'm gonna send.
Anyway,
I'm
again,
gonna
thank
send
you.
No,
the.
Thank
it
you.
would be awesome to have a production team for like a viewership of 20. I think that'd be
and
epic.
hey, listen, I'm happy. We basically have that now amongst ourselves. So
Yeah.
anyway, again, Minotaur Dad, thank you for the additional biddies. You, Sylvester, for Annie, your Spine Devil companion now. She, as she's exploring, she actually finds another jar. This one appears to be different. This does not look like a canopic jar. It looks more like storage, almost. It is corked with a large dry cork. When many of the other jars just have lids on them. And she picks this up and brings it over to you.
I check it out.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Annie. What have you found?
And you pop the top off.
Using my pinky with like way
There
too
you
much gauze. Like
There you go. Just
it's
just
almost like
it's
another. It's like almost a gauze pinky. I've been wrapping it so much.
There you go. So as she brings it over to you, you have it in your hands. Again, it's slightly more round. It's a little bit tall, and then the top is wide enough that you'd be able to stick your hand deep into it. It's got a dry cork in it. What do you want to do with it?
I'm going to pull the cork.
Okay. When you pull the cork, inside you find you immediately see two rolled papers in there, and you find a small jar filled with some type of dark paste. This is also corked as well.
Okay, so 2 scrolls, you said, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And another jar.
Yep.
And that's corked as well.
It is. Yep.
So I'll pull the cork on that.
When you do, you're immediately hit with a very acrid smell wafting from it.
Ugh, I'm like, oh, it smells like Cutter.
It kind of does a little bit. It kind of does a little bit.
Can I like tell what's in it?
Um,
Careful not to spill it, but just kind of like.
why don't you got a nat 20 with her, right? I'll just roll the rolls to you. You can't really tell what this is, but you get the sense that this is more than just some type of paste. You don't see a lot of glass jars down here. You don't see a lot of different things down here. You get the sense that this might be an important part of whatever the work in here is done. You also get the sense as you see this, as you look around the room, as you see the slabs, you get the sense that this room is most likely an embalming chamber. With the various jars and tools, you know that canopic jars are generally used to house body parts once someone is being embalmed for burial. But this jar seems to be storage for some additional things. You can open a scroll and see what the scroll is without having to detect what it is, correct? It's been so long since I gave you guys scrolls.
Yeah. I'm not going to answer that question.
I'll say you do. If you unfurl them, you find...
I'm going to unfurl.
I don't care. I do scrolls differently anyway. The 5e way that scrolls are done is dumb, so anyone can use any scroll. The magic is innately within the scroll. You find a scroll of contagion and a scroll of mass healing word.
Ooh. Awesome. All right.
That won't come in handy.
Nah. They were in the same jar with this paste,
They were.
right? So it's like a
Mhm.
big jar, I cork it, 2 scrolls, and this other jar with this paste in it, right?
Correct.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Well, pack that away.
Okay.
I don't know what contagion does. That's an interesting one.
It's a good one.
What are the other two doing? Did you guys roll your checks of this room?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Okay.
Nolan sees Cutter just like doing a really shitty check and just reaches out a paw and like moves aside, and he's going to investigate. So here we go.
Yeah, you investigate this room quite thoroughly, and you find some canopic jars. You find some various pieces of equipment, and about the same time that Sylvester in the other room figures out what this room is for, you figure out what this room is for, and you immediately get the sense that this room is for embalming. You find the wrappings, you find the tools, you find the jars, some of which, as you explore, have some extremely rotted, basically just mush in the bottom of them at this point. Very few. But that is about all you find.
Nolan mumbles some unintelligible whatever at Cutter, spitting some blood at the same time, and then leaves the room.
Cutter, are you gonna stay in the room?
I'm guessing I didn't find anything. I just saw what Nolan did.
Yeah, you were kind of like looking around and kind of checking it out, and Nolan
Yeah.
kind of like pushed through and started just like just tipping jars and like digging under things and looking under the table and things, and you guys didn't find anything.
Okay, I'm gonna leave then. Yep.
Victor, Dariana, what are you guys doing?
Just sort of following along, trying to observe. Like, just kind of Victor's kind of obsessed with like what like bludgeoned this human to death, because he's a death cleric, and he's just thinking about that.
Yeah, roll me history, perception, investigation. Just roll me something. Give me
He's
a die
got
roll.
is medicine sound okay?
No.
He's got a pretty good no. Okay, he'll
No.
do, I guess. Let's just, what has intelligence? Let's see. History has intelligence. Let's do history with disadvantage. 2.
Wonderful. Better than that 20.
Damn, he had a nat 20
Um,
too. Ugh.
You did get a nat 20. Wow, what is up with the crits? Goods and bads
Right?
tonight. So you, for a moment, have this almost like, oh, wait, I know where I've seen a room like this before. No, fuck, wait, I don't. Ah, gosh, it was on the edge of your brain for just a moment what this is
Intelligence.
reminiscent of, and it just
Gotcha.
boop, just disappears. Train leaves the station immediately. You're
True,
slightly
true.
distracted for one slight moment, and when you go back to that thought, it's gone. So, Sylvester, as you enter back in the room with everybody, what are you guys doing? Are you going to show them this paste?
Yeah, so I'll walk out. Like, I found some interesting paste and a couple of scrolls in here. The scrolls appear to be spells, but I'm not sure what to make of this paste. Also, this fucking place sucks. My original plan when we came in here was to, because I don't really give a shit about what we were sent here to do. So my original plan was to find out who was doing what they were doing, tell them we don't care, they can keep doing it, but just to lay low for a couple days so we could get that book from the woman. But now that we've all cut off body parts, my hand is freaking killing me. Now I'm like, let's burn this fucking place to the ground. But I don't know. And I'm gonna hand beat him the paste. As I'm rambling, I'm like, look at this. So where's Beatum? Oh, he's Nolam. So I'm Nolam the paste. And kind of hesitant because like normally he's the most intelligent person in the group, but now there's a Noel. I'm like, have a look.
Can Nolan roll something to like Arcana on this?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana or History, I would say, because of your, like, you are a wizard, you work with strange, shit.
Sure, let's do History.
Bless
Why
it.
not? Bless this. Yes.
Yes,
I'm
we
gonna
are
bless it
now
anyway.
declaring blesses beforehand so that people will use them more. 17.
Yes. Sure. 16.
Okay. Oh, that's how math works. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So I will remove one of your blesses. You are down to a mere 11. You strangely do not have a lot of experience with stuff from the Southlands, but you have actually seen this before.
Oh, good.
At one point, you dealt with a very odd, eclectic requiem dealer who had just a very, very weird array of things behind them on some type of like bookshelf or something. And when asked about this specific item, he actually told you about it. He told you that this is embalmer's paste. Is an acrid paste used to apply occult wrappings to the skin of the deceased, mixed with the pulled and ground up fingernails of tortured beings.
Delicious.
Beatum starts mumbling out the explanation. It's hard. I'm trying to think of how I could talk without using my tongue.
Hold your tongue. There you go.
We need to get you a chalkboard like in Legends of the Fall.
Right.
I
I just got a nod. Okay. I take it, cork it.
When you grilled
interesting.
this requiem dealer further about it, he was actually able to give you the mechanical benefits of this paste.
Ooh.
The embalmer's paste can only be applied during a long rest as part of a ritual to partially mummify a character, a person.
Holy
During
crap.
the mummification, the person doing it must tear up 3 spell scrolls, apply the paste to the strips, and bind another person or themselves in those wrappings. The person doing the wrappings makes a religion or medicine check and consults the following table. I will put this in an item for you at some point. If you roll a 20 or higher, the bound character is partially mummified. They are considered undead. The spells on the scrolls are imprinted on the character, and once per day they may cast one of the 3 imprinted spells as a bonus action. This is a permanent benefit, being partially mummified, being declared undead, and having these scrolls imprinted upon you. If you roll a 15 or higher, you get everything that I just said, but the wrapped player must choose only 1 spell among the 3 to imprint. But if you get a 14 or less, the ritual fails, and the wrapped character has permanent disadvantage on all death saving throws.
Oh,
Nice.
that's freaking epic. All right. But wait,
love
you said
it. I love
3
that.
spell scrolls, and there's only
It
2 in the
takes
jar.
3 spell scrolls to do this, and
Yeah,
it has to be done during a long rest
So we need another
as
spell.
part of a ritual.
We gotta start crushing all those
have
jars.
1. I have 2. Let me.
So we need a long rest, and we need whoever has the highest medicine, or what was
But
religion?
yeah, so can we
that
talk
sounds like
mechanically a
Victor's
little
got
bit?
to do this rap.
Yeah, Victor's
Sure,
got-
absolutely. Yeah, you can talk mechanically. Like you
Okay.
can.
Yeah, so I think that this sounds like it solves Sylvester's problem, right? Like we don't want to deal with that lady anyways, and this makes us undead. The ones that aren't already undead.
There is enough paste for 1 ritual.
So I'm thinking though, can we break all the jars and see how much paste there is here, or
To break all of the canopic
like
jars.
didn't Eric opened like one of them? But I'm assuming there's other
He
ones.
did with a natural 20.
Oh,
find
yeah.
I got you.
I get the impression the one I found is the only one. Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I have written here, this is from really early on, that I have 2 spell scrolls that we got from the
Right. We have web. Wasn't web?
No, you have
right
a
on.
wand of web, don't you? I
No,
don't even know what
we
you
got,
guys
got a
we
have.
got
scroll.
two we got 2 spell scrolls from the cannibal layer.
Yeah.
And I
Cannibal
haven't
layer.
written down two spell scrolls, but I don't have what they are written down. So
I could. I'll
I'll
check.
I'll
We
dig
need
back.
a long rest. I don't know if we can do that
Hmm.
now.
What?
And just to make sure the credit is given where the credit is due, this is a source of victory item.
And is-
awesome.
This Ryan, this sounds like something though. Like in addition to like medicine for me is really high. Can I use inspiration to give myself advantage on the check?
You can use any tools at your
Until you want-
disposal.
Yeah, because
As
if you miss it, you're
can
fucked
I.
forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There is never going to be a time, unless I very, very much state beforehand, that you
Gotcha.
are not able to use the tools of the game that you
Okay.
have. So just assume that you can always use blue cards and blessed and stuff like that, unless I very specifically tell you that this is a time that you cannot, because that's just part of the game. So you
So
have those
that's
things.
This could very much be useful for us, but perhaps not right now.
Beat 'em says
But
they
we
don't
have-
have time for that. I'm not gonna
Right. I totally agree with him. And so I walk away from him. And I'm listening at this door.
Nice.
I'm sorry, which door are you looking at?
The one I'm next to. I moved my token.
Sorry, I was off the screen. Okay. Yeah, roll me anyone that's gonna go start listening at doors, why don't you all roll me your investigation or perception checks now?
Sure, I will investigate.
So 14.
Okay. Oh,
Ooh, Cutter.
baby beat him time.
I don't know
I
why
hear
I
a
listen to
baby.
doors. Cutter
hear a
just listens
baby.
to all the doors.
Hi.
Right?
Yeah, it's always a 19.
Hey,
Ian!
put the knoll on the baby. Put the knoll on the baby.
knoll on the
There
baby.
he is. Look
do
at
we
that
got
little.
do we got any death metal baby tonight?
Oh,
Ian,
he looks
what
like
does a kitty
looks
cat
like
say?
Ron Howard's little brother.
Oh, that's a pretty
Wow.
good one. All right, little buddy.
That's
You
awesome.
have a good night, sir. Hopefully Nolan doesn't die and Beatum doesn't die too. All right, buddy.
Good night.
I'll be right back.
No. So as you're sitting at the door, both Sylvester and Cutter, neither of you hear anything. Not from the doors. Not
Any
from
of them, or the
east
ones
and
we're by?
west. Not the doors to the east and west, but
Okay.
actually from the south door, you start to hear a scratching.
Like a frantic or just
Just like a,
slow scratch?
that's probably loud as shit, but
I didn't hear anything. Are you trying to scratch your mic?
Scratching the mic, it doesn't work.
Oh,
But it's just a scraping, just a slow.
Okay. so I'll indicate with my hands that I hear something because I can't really speak.
And as the scraping slowly
God.
starts to get louder and louder, we're gonna take a quick break.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So, please stick around with us. We are just gonna have a quick bio break. The baby entrance is usually the trigger to just
Yep.
take a couple of minutes to remind us to not sit here for 4 hours. So drink some water, go to the bathroom. We will be back in just a couple of minutes. We'll see you all very shortly. Hello and welcome back to the Adventure Archive. We last left our players as they were exploring what they found to be a chamber with an old, rotted, dismembered corpse smashed about it, but various rooms that appear to be used by embalmers in this crypt deep beneath the grand necropolis of Seawall. Catacombs, actually, beneath the Elia family crypt. As they were continuing to explore this room, they started to hear a scratching from the large stone door to the south. And as you listen, the scratching gets louder and louder until it becomes a pounding that reverberates through the chamber.
So it's me, Cutter, and looks like Nolan, previously beat him, is there, right? Down in the hall. At least they can hear this, or can everybody hear this now?
The pounding is reverberating through the chamber you're in. It is incredibly loud. And as that pounding continues, cracks form on the stone surface of the door.
And Victor is
I'm
starting to
back.
get an idea of the thing he remembered, but he can't quite remember it.
Yeah. We moved back at the exact same time. I put my character on top of you, Cutter. All right.
As the
No.
cracks start to spider across the surface of the door, you realize
I'm
anyone
prepping
seeing
a
it,
spell.
that it is evident that whatever is on the other side will soon burst through to this side.
I'm prepping I'm readying an action.
Victim grabs Nolan, pulls him.
Nolan pulls out the spear and readies his shield, which Beatum is on the inside of.
And then Victor readies his shield as well. And
How tall is the ceiling? Sorry, Victor.
The ceilings, I believe I previously said they were 20 feet high in rooms and 10 foot high in corridors.
Okay,
This is a room.
I'm gonna have Annie just up in the corner because she can still fly. So she's just like crouched up in the corner over the door.
Okay. The pounding continues. The cracks continue to spread and spread and spread. Is anyone doing anything, or are you all just waiting?
We should just hide in these rooms, guys.
Victor's?
Just be really quiet. They'll never find us.
Never.
Suddenly, the wall in front of you erupts inward.
Yeah.
The
Victor's pumped at
stone scatters across the floor, and what you hear is a clattering of bones filling the chamber beyond, and anyone looking down this south hallway sees the chamber beyond is filled with skeletons that rush into this empty space. I need all of you to roll initiative. Make sure you click on your tokens, and I will open.
Initiative. Click on my token. Ooh, not great.
Oh, this is cool.
Skeleton flood, huh?
Victor is like so pumped that beat him, like his guy, but he's finally all jacked, right? As Nolan.
Yeah,
weapon.
he's a massive warrior gnome or knoll.
Yeah.
Warrior no. What?
All right. So let me bring up the dice roller because I will be using it.
If we don't see the initiative order, is it way on the screen?
Oh, Thursa, you're killing me. You might
Literally.
actually be killing Nolan.
Yeah.
Everybody in
Um,
chat, Vast Ice Gaming. Thanks for the
Oh.
anticipation there. I
Oh,
was
there
like,
it is.
oh
Thank you.
no.
Sylvester, Nolan, Cutter, Victor. Sylvester, do not forget, you can save it or not. You do have a blue card that gives you first an initiative that you can use on either yourself or Annie, or it gives you your position in initiative. The music is quite loud for me. Is it okay for the rest of you? Oh, because I have it turned all the way up in my personal volume.
Sounds okay to me.
Yeah, we can adjust our own.
I have a Sylvester, a Nolan, a Cutter, and a Victor. Do you want to roll initiative for Dariana?
So if I-
And you can also bring up her character sheet actually in D&D Beyond and
Oh,
roll
okay.
off of it as well. So if you all go to our website, you can actually click on the Dark Kingdom section. If you click her name, you will bring up her character sheet and actually be able to roll off her character sheet if you would like to.
So
All right,
also,
let me
am I
pop in.
rolling separate initiative for Annie, or is she just operating off of mine?
No, yeah, you're familiar operates separately, so you can use her if you want to. So just roll a initiative for her, and I'm going to roll.
So I could just same browser. There we go. Looks like it just connected.
Yeah.
All right. And let me adjust because she's got.
And if you click on her token and click
Yep.
on initiative, it'll say you rolled, but it'll be her thing.
Okay, so that 10 is for Annie.
Okay.
Did that work? There we go.
It did.
So-
Look at that. See? So you can click on her sheet to do anything. We'll add turn for
Yeah, let
Annie.
me-
That'll be a 10. And for Skelly Boys. Hey, we've been doing this for 7 months. There's Jess coming in with the resub right as battle starts. Thank you, Jess, for resubbing to us and yourself. So
One thing I need to ask a little help for, Ryan, though. I don't totally understand how to run Sorcerer. Like
Me
I wouldn't mind a
neither.
little. I know what she basically does, but
Oh, come on, guys.
there's points involved.
yeah, like if I could
Um,
just say use Sorcerer points, you kind of explain the mechanic to me.
Oh gosh.
Well, it depends on
someone
how
else
you
know?
want to use it.
I was
Oh,
gonna say, does someone else know better than I do?
Yes,
yes,
I
yes,
haven't
I
even
do.
played
Yes,
this.
I do.
I do
Real
There we
as
go.
well. I think between Andy and I.
Cool.
So,
Sweet.
what's her meta magic things that she has?
She has
know
distance
she has
spell,
10?
twin spell, heightened spell, and she's got 12. What it looks like 12 sorcery points, which you can use to either
Right. So
cast
she has
spells
heightened
or
and
do
twin.
stuff.
Those are the two she has.
And distanced.
Oh,
She
distance.
also has. It's important to remember she has spell sniper and warcaster. So
Oh, yeah.
It's a team to run Dariana, just so we can all appreciate Jess more.
That's right.
Just firebolt and twin it. She's got all of this stuff, and just do those things and you're fine.
oh, she could
Um,
melt a horde of skeletons, no problem.
Yeah.
If only she went first. But Cutter, as these skeletons burst through the door, and again, the entire chamber beyond and the chamber you're in now, all you hear is the clattering of bone against bone to the point that you can barely hear anything else. It reverberates through this space, and as they step beyond the rubble of the door that stood in front of them, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna move back out and just keep a lookout. I'm not gonna move forward. I'm gonna wait for them to advance.
Okay. Did you want to ready in action or anything, or dodge, or?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why not? Let's just do a dodge for the hell of it,
All
in
right.
case they reach me.
It's my favorite action in D&D. Nolan.
Nolam is going to ready his shield. He's gonna ready an attack action for the first skeleton to enter his space. So
Oh,
Okay.
you're adding skeletons.
Yeah, there should be. I'm gonna split it so it's even numbers. All right, so you're ready in action, Victor.
Yeah, so Victor sees the first two skellies down the hallway, this one and this one, and he's
Okay.
going to send them a nice little gift of a Reaper Chill Touch, where it'll attack both of them. So he's gonna reach out, and this kind of darkness like comes out of his hand, and like that hand kind of comes across down the hallway, reaches out towards those first two. Do I roll it twice for each one?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
target
so I'll
two,
just-
but if it's an attack roll,
Yeah.
you have to roll for both.
Okay, so I'll just roll with advantage, and that'll be both rolls.
Are they? It's attack rolls, right?
Yep.
Double banes, baby.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. Alright.
First one is a -2. Second one is a -3.
Okay. And I'm
are you
assuming I have
having-
to say
Are
bless
you rolling
before I say-
advantage? What are you rolling?
No, I rolled because it's 2 attacks.
Oh, so one is a 10, one is a
Like-
17.
Like one was here and one was here. Yeah, and I'm assuming that I was supposed to say bless before I said she'll touch. So, yep.
Well, just before you roll the dice, so you got an 8 on the first one and a 17, 16, 15, 14 on the second one. The Skelly Boys. So you miss this one right here.
Okay.
But your skeletal hand. Describe what Shield Touch does as it shoots past the first one, charging through, but latches onto the second one.
Yeah. So the first one kind of dissipates around him. The one to the left, the other hand kind of reaches out and just grabs like right around the middle of him, and it's kind of like really wispy, dark energy, and it just kind of crushes his ribs a little bit, and it's going to do a little bit of damage here. It looks like it's going to roll the roll again, but that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to roll the damage. So it does 23 necrotic damage to him, and then he's going to notice that he feels like a little weak, and he's going to have disadvantage if he tries to attack me but before the end of my next turn.
I was like, how the hell did your cantrip just do 28 damage? It's 3d8 at your level,
Yeah.
and you rolled 7, 8, and 8.
Eight,
One
yeah.
off of max damage. Insane. As this skeletal hand reaches out
Okay.
and grabs the throat, it actually just crushes it completely and then
awesome.
smashes it into the ground.
Nice.
And this thing just disintegrates in front of you. At your level, it is not just this small hand around its throat. It expands into this giant hand, as I said, that crushes it.
Nice. And then as a bonus action, he's going to go ahead and cast a spiritual weapon, like right down the
Yeah.
hallway. He's gonna
Good
he's gonna
guess.
put the spiritual weapon 5, 10, 15.
You're gonna you can put it wherever you want in
Yeah.
just a second. Let me give you permission. There you go, that's yours.
Okay. And he just starts it right here. The guy that was missed by the chill touch.
Okay.
And then
What level are you casting
So-
that at?
so he's just gonna cast it at second level, because he realizes that after the last battle upstairs, like spells become needed. And
Yeah. Is this an attack roll that you're doing?
this is an attack roll. Yep.
Bane.
He's gonna do it with bless and a bane. So should I hit the bless first before I roll it?
Yeah, just roll the d4.
There we go.
Then you'll see. So you get a +1 to your attack.
There we go. And boom. So he gets a 20 dirty.
I definitely need
He does
Yeah,
11
this.
force damage to this guy.
11 force damage. So as your Ruthenian Warhammer just
Yep.
appears out of this dark spectral mist, basically, it immediately rises up and crushes down on the skeleton. As you do, it crushes in and just ruptures, just destroys and crumbles half of the ribs on its left side. But it is still standing in front of you.
Nice, nice. And then just to give my guys like a little space, he just takes like one step forward. And
Step
then that's
forward,
going to
okay.
be the end of his turn.
All right, and now it is Dariana. So team, what is Dariana doing?
Dariana is going to do her thing. So 5, 10, 15, 20. This is the one where she's like from here, she can use that smell sniper thing.
Yeah, she's not impeded by cover and stuff like
And
that.
then
so-
Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, she can hit a couple of these things with like a low level. Like she
Oh,
has-
if she does a
Firebolt.
firebolt and twins it for
Yeah.
one sorcery point, she get attack 2 of the.
Okay. And is it
Pretty
does
easily.
she normally go for the same one?
Probably not in this instance. 3d10, yeah, do different ones.
Okay, so I guess let's have her pick the one that she could probably kill right here. Can she do them
Okay.
like in order, kind of thing? Like or does she have to call all of it at once?
You should call your 2 targets and send it, because
Okay.
I think the way you cast the 2 things, it's not like you can hit one and go, okay, did it die? And then you
Right,
hit one.
right,
I
right,
think
right.
when
Okay.
you twin it, it just kind of casts out twice.
So I think
I'll
like,
roll 2d4 and
Yeah.
Bane both of those.
and then
two-
she's got a
first
bunch
one,
of blesses too, right? So I'll roll 2 of hers as well.
Oh,
So there's her 2 blesses.
3 and 2.
And then, so I'll do her firebolt.
So you get a +1 and a -2.
And so should I roll her firebolt with? This is weird. So it says destroy.
No, just roll it.
The +7.
Yeah, just hit. Just cast
Just do-
Firebolt.
Okay, gotcha. Cast on BTT. And should I do it as advantage to roll both of them?
No, just roll 1 and then roll the
Roll
other
one.
one.
Okay.
Oh, I guess you could do it that way. That's fine.
One.
Critically fails the first one.
You're kidding.
Wonderful.
Whoa.
You're kidding
Yeah.
me.
So she also has a Wand of the War Mage out. It's a +8. So she critically fails the first one. So as she's casting that first spell, it
I'm sorry,
actually,
Jeff.
right as it leaves her fingertips, it just erupts.
Oh.
She has to shield her eyes from it, and the one that was in her other hand getting ready to cast at the skeletons dissipates. And she
Oh.
loses the second one.
Cool. Should Victor take a few hit points off since he's right in front of her?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It just dissipates on the tips of her fingers and forces her back to the other one. I
Okay.
should just have it
She's got-
explode and get everyone around her.
She's got
Um,
5 more feet of movement, so she's gonna
Yeah.
back up.
But I love how she was just protected on all sides there for a moment by the party, just tucked in.
Yeah.
We got you, Jess. And that's all she's doing?
Yeah, I think that's all. Because she.
Ooh, let me look at her red card. I just want to remember what she's got that I
Oh,
can
shit.
use. Oh,
You said
okay.
you're gonna keep her alive.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I have to let her hit stuff and
Oh.
stuff.
He just isn't gonna death ray her.
Gotcha. No death ray.
Hey, listen, if she dies by your poor choices, you killed her, not me.
I feel like that was the softest thing I could have done.
Sylvester, as you're standing there, you are also momentarily blinded as you see Dariana's firebolt miscast. You immediately know what happened, and she kind of like steps back away from it. What are you doing?
So I'm gonna move 10 spots to there, and the first guy right there, and he's getting my first Eldritch Blast, and the guy behind him back there is gonna get the next 2.
So this guy here is getting the first one.
I'm sorry, I went off. Yeah, he's getting the first one.
Gotcha. And then this guy here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So 16 for 14.
Yeah. So as the first Eldritch Blast, so what does your Eldritch Blast look like, and what does it look like when you cast it?
So I kind of just, and it's like a black ichor, almost blood oozy, with maybe a little
Gotcha.
smoke coming off of it out of my
Gotcha.
hands.
So as it strikes that first skeleton, it just like sticks to it and just blasts the thing backwards. It was barely on its feet anyway. Half of its ribs were broken. You just crush out the rest of its rib cage and spine, and it just crumbles on the floor.
So that guy is going to get, the guy directly behind him is going to get the next 2.
Okay.
First one is a 13 to hit.
I keep forgetting to bane these.
Bless.
Yeah, I forgot to bless too. We got to call it beforehand.
Yeah.
So is that hit?
But I'll bane the second one.
Well, I'm going to bless the second one. So here we go.
All right. But the first one does hit, and that's a 4.
So he took 4 damage of my 2, so I'm gonna be a minus 2.
No, so you get a -2 on the next attack roll.
Yep. Here we go. Here it is.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
26 will hit for 7 damage.
So he's taking a
Um,
total of
12 on the first one, 19. Yeah. So the first one, he's still barely there, but as your black ichor and smoke strikes him, it just smashes him against the back wall. So you throw the first one skeleton erupts, throws the second one, throws the third one, as it doom doom, and with that second one, it also erupts in front of you, and you're starting to clear out that middle corridor in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna back up to there, and I can't put myself like in the middle square, but I'm kind of like peeking around the corner, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So are you visible then? So you're visible. Okay. So, Skelly Boys. First, this guy's going to come around the corner here, immediately see Annie in front of him, and he is going to strike at her.
Oh, she was hiding. No stealth for her.
What do you mean she's hiding? She's standing in the middle of a corridor.
No, I said she went up into the corner. She was trying to like get.
Oh,
up
you
the
did,
corner.
you did. Roll me real quick. Roll me a stealth check for her, so she can. Oh, she had previously taken hide. Yeah, and I'll bane that. And
Alright.
shh. I will give you disadvantage.
True.
I'm trying to see if she has an advantage on a stealth. No.
Do you want me to send you the Spine Devil D&D sheet again?
I've got her on my phone here. What is stealth? Is that based off Dex?
Yeah. So just roll me. Let me see if she has advantage to anything. She does not.
Not for stealth. I just checked.
Yeah. So just roll me. Yeah. Just roll me a Dex check.
Ooh. Well, I'm not even gonna bother blessing that, because. Oh, I already said I would, so I gotta roll it. Hold on.
You have to.
I know. I said I would. I that's what I said. So 7. Take that.
-2, 5. So she tried to make her way up there, and as the rubble kind of erupted out, it hit her a little bit. So she actually started kind of like clattering down the wall, and as she's slowly trying to like skitter back up to the corner, the skeleton bursts through and is basically face to face with her and strikes with his short sword at it.
Okay.
In case you want to run it in another window, here's your Spine Devil again. And he strikes with the short sword.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, could I have saved that? Yeah, so that's a whole lot. So I don't have the max damage to crit selected. So that is 2 + 2 is 4 plus 6. So that's 10 points of damage as he strikes Annie.
He's still alive.
Okay. He hits her and continues on.
I gotta make a note though. She's down 10.
Yep.
Okay.
But he runs past her. She can use if she has like a melee attack, she can try to hit it.
Oh yeah, she does. So she's got 2.
Cool. I'll bane it.
All bless her. So, because she has 2 attacks, does she get both as an opportunity or just one?
One.
Okay. So there's my bless.
All right. So you get a +1 to this attack.
And she's gonna just try and bite him as he runs by.
Okay.
What's up? +2. Oh God, she crit failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she missed. She just like.
So
spit it.
as he strikes her, she actually gets just plucked off the wall and thrown on the ground. And as the skeleton goes by, she tries to bite at him, and he actually just stomps on her. She takes an additional 2 points of damage from his skeletal boots, and is prone on the ground. This one is going to not even worry about her. Oh, I didn't even do the first guy. Oh, no, he did attack and move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one is going to get to here, and he is going to strike at Victor with his short sword. And that will be a 10 to hit, so I assume that misses.
He blocks with the shield, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one is going to run up as well, and strike at Victor. They are terrible skeletons. 5, 10. This one, as it rushes by, will strike at Annie again. Seeing it on the ground, it will just raise up a short sword and strike down at it. Oh my god. What is her AC?
Her AC is 13.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then it is the other people's turns. 5, 10. Oh, gonna strike at Annie as well.
What?
A 10, a 9, a 9, and a 10.
I think Janelle's protecting her.
And is going to keep moving. It can move through allies and get all the way to there.
I'm going to use my reaction to attack that one.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my full attack action on it and thrust my spear into it with a growl. Oh, nat
Oh.
one.
Ah! Beat them.
Rawr.
My
Not so much of a fight,
severed finger letting me down.
Roll the damage.
Roll the damage
Oh, shit.
And a D2.
and a D2. So for the D2, a 1-2 is 1, or 3-4 is 2.
You could also just slash roll 1d2 and it'll still do that too.
That's 2.
So, as you rear back, the skeleton in front of you actually bumps you. And as you reach forward with your finger missing and everything, you miss as Victor takes a step back and stab him right in the kidney. 11 points of damage to you, Victor.
You got it.
This one is going to strike Annie as it goes by. 11 on the die with a modifier gives me a 13. That's 5 points of damage to Annie.
Only thing keeping us from a party wipe right now is Ryan's shitty rolls.
Seriously. Holy crap. So 5 more damage to Annie.
Skeletons.
10. And then this one, as it runs by, might as well hit her too. Thank God. And another. Why am I rolling? Why do I see 2 dice every time it comes up? It doesn't matter. That's in case it crits, because I have the crit damage wrong. So that's another total of 10 more points of damage to Annie for the last couple hits.
He just hit 0 right there. Exactly.
All right. So she puffs out.
Yep.
All right. She gone. All right. So I'm going to remove her from initiative. Cutter. These skeletons rush through the door, filling the chamber, starting to move through you all, surround you, and continue to push forward. There's one right in front of you right now. What are you doing?
I'm gonna attack it.
All right.
Oh man. Is that good enough?
The
15?
5 on the dice. You have a plus 10 with this thing? Yes, a 15 will hit. I should have made it.
Sweet. I know I should have blessed it. I forgot. Okay. All right. This is one-handed.
9 points of damage. Nice. And do you...
Oh, you know what? I get Yeah, I get my sneak attack.
So
Because
what is
right there?
Yes, but it depends on what type of weapon. Am I right? Is this the kind of weapon that you can get sneak attack
Sneak
on?
attack?
I thought it made a difference.
Is
Let's
it a short
see.
sword?
No.
It says the attack must be a finesse or ranged weapon.
Oh,
so
this is a finesse weapon, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's half the reason
Yep.
I gave it to you back in the day when I was too nice. So,
Bam.
Pre-Sursa.
Bag of dice.
oh no, I know.
There's
at the time.
27 more.
Yeah, so this skeleton is actually, it's a sneak attack. You're kind of a little huddled behind Ariana a little bit. And as Nolan strikes out with the spear and the skeleton's able to slightly dodge it and redirect it into Victor, it's not even looking at you. And you bring up this half sword of the Margrave and strike down on it, completely crushing through its clavicle ribs down to it. And it just falls apart in bones in front of you. And this thing is completely disintegrated.
Sweet.
Are you doing anything else?
So yeah, I'm gonna move behind Nolan,
Okay.
and I'm done.
Gotcha. Nolan, as you pull your spear out of your companion, Victor's blood dripping off the blade, what are you doing?
And then attacks this one right here in front of him. Okay.
All right.
First attack.
With a minus
Oh.
4.
Okay. I'll bless it as well.
I gotta use these. People spend good money on
You-
them.
You know what? I'm not gonna bless it. I'm not gonna bless
Alright,
it. I'm sorry.
that
I'm
works.
just gonna attack.
Do it.
Reckless.
There we go.
Yeah, baby.
19,
So
18, 17,
15.
16, 15 will hit.
11 damage with that mighty spear thrust.
As you thrust into this skeleton, you strike it, you crack some bones, but it's still standing in front of you.
He pulls back and attacks again.
All right. Pull out and thrust again. 17 will hit. And
another
with that
11.
second thrust, you
Dang.
destroy the skeleton in front of you. At this point, there are bits of bone rolling under your feet and scattered throughout this corridor.
Beatum is going to step forward into the space left by that skeleton so he can block off the hallway.
All right. Let's move it to back. Okay. So you are in front of the skeleton, trying to block the hallway in front. Fantastic.
Indeed.
Victor, you have 3 skeletons. You are shoulder and shoulder with Nolam, this tongueless, stinky hyena jackal creature with Beatum strapped to its back, plugging up this chamber as skeletons rush forward towards you. 3 are standing in front of you now, 2 directly, 1 behind. What are you doing?
He kind of pulls the Ruthenian Warhammer towards him a little bit and is just going to take a whack at this guy. Oh, I didn't realize there's a guy right under him, isn't there? The hammer. There was a 4th skeleton.
Oh, there is a 4th skeleton right
Cool.
here. Yeah.
Okay. So he actually the Warhammer does move, but then is going to take an attack at the furthest guy away.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll bet.
Yeah, yep.
I don't know why I don't just add a D4 macro.
And let's see here.
Was that a bless? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted us to do, like just to pop it in there before we.
Oh, you can. Oh, yeah. To do if you're gonna do it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just because I do doesn't mean you have to. So you have a 16, so that definitely hits.
Okay. So 6 points of damage on the guy for the cell.
Okay, 6 points of damage on the guy. This guy. All right.
I'm not sure why it's
6.
reading it as a 3rd level. So. Okay, and then am I reading this correctly that Toll the Dead can work on a person that's in melee with me?
It's
not a ranged? It's not a ranged. It just says within range of 60 feet.
Well, even if it's range, it's a saving throw anyway, so you can't really get disadvantage on the attack roll. So yeah, you could Toll the Dead.
So he's gonna. So he pulls the hammer towards him. It kind of attacks that one dude, and then after he's done with that, he's kind of he's not super thrilled with Nolam's lack of skills, And so he pulls the dead, twins it on these two guys. So the one right in front of him and the one behind that guy.
He is not super skilled with Nolam's lack of
Oh,
skills.
yeah. And it's
All
going to be a
right.
spell save of DC 16. Wisdom.
A wisdom save. Okay, let me wisdom. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Nice.
Oh, you piece of garbage. You said it was a 16, right?
Yeah, he just.
Yeah, that -1 just misses. So which one are you going for?
So the one right in front of me, and then the
Okay.
one right behind him. It's the
Gotcha.
Reaper,
Well,
the
so
Reaper.
they're within 5 feet of each other.
Yeah, of each other.
Okay.
Sweet.
That one also fails. So they both fail. So what
Yeah, here we go.
happens
gonna be
when you toll the dead on these two?
Yeah, so they don't really have like fleshy ears, but the skeletal part of them hears this like dolorous bell and just starts filling the air around them, and I would assume it's kind of shaking their head quite a bit, and then
Sure.
it's gonna do
Something
a bag
rattles
of dice.
in their skull.
Yeah, and I'll just roll with. This is weird. I'm gonna say advantage. It should roll damage twice here. Oh, and neither is missing their hit points, so no. So 15 for the first one, and then the guy behind him. What? And 15, so same.
Nice. 3, 4, 8, and 3, 5, 7. So do bells actually appear around them, or is it just the sound
They don't
itself?
appear, but the sound of it. It's just the sound of it.
Gotcha. So suddenly, all of you hear this, kind of back to back, this like dong, dong, kind of like reverberate through the chamber, and you actually see the skeletons appear to be, surrounded by this sound, and you actually see the vibrations as their skulls are being rocked by it, and suddenly the skulls just explode out, and both of their heads basically just pop, and they both drop to the ground.
And then Victor's got a little bit of movement left, and so he's gonna help. He knows he can help Nolan out if he gets to this spot, so he gets to that spot.
Okay. And with there's two skeletons still seemingly just focused forward. What is Dariana doing?
So she's gonna do the same thing, right? That's her bread and butter, is to kind of. So I guess she could just step right here, and she's gonna twin
And
firebolt
just twin firebolt. Okay.
Yeah.
Each of the ones that are left.
each of the ones that are left, and we're just gonna hopefully not have it. And she'll blast both of them.
I'll ban both of them.
And let's do firebolt. Let's do cast.
Oh, so it completely nullifies. So it is just a straight roll.
Sweet. So the first one was an 11, and the second one was a 25.
So the 11 will miss. So I assume that's a closer one, but the 25 will strike true.
Okay.
On the
and we
farthest
could just use
skeleton.
the damage. Yeah, it rolled one of the damages already.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. So she cast it at the first one, and it just strikes. Nolam is in the front, and she knows that she can get past him, but she's a little cautious after the last one erupted, and it actually just strikes right next to the skeletal head and misses. But the second one is straight down the corridor. She takes a moment, casts it straight out, and it strikes across this thing, and is just black bone erupting backwards into the chamber behind. And she blasts another one away. There is one left, and Sylvester is up.
Mutes in the chat. All right, so I'm gonna
Mutes in the chat. Mutes in the chat, please. Let's get the mutes in the
But his
chat.
tongue is cut
wait
out,
a minute.
To be fair.
Wait a minute. Exclamation point mute.
Yeah, I'm gonna step 5 feet over, and the guy that kind of is between those two, he's getting. I'll glance down. I don't see any other skeletons coming up. That's all I see is that one live guy right there.
That is currently what you are able to see.
Okay, so he's getting all three.
Okay. I'll save some Banes. I want to use.
Yeah,
I
you
wanna use-
should. I got
I wanna
3
use
of
some
these
later.
things. He's gonna die. So first one for is a 23 for 8.
It strikes, and he's immediately like pushed back into the wall.
And here comes number 2. 14 for 12.
Part of it crushes from the first one. The second one, like, just smashes it. At this point, you might as well just throw the third one.
Oh, I'm definitely throwing the third one.
Yeah.
Even if you said he was dead, I'm just.
I'm super glad that you threw the third one,
you
because you missed entirely and hit the figure closest to it. Why don't you roll me a 1d2?
Son of a biscuit. All right.
Great.
2.
Victor, more friendly fire, 15 points of damage.
15.
The Eldritch Blast that should have struck the skeleton. Where is Sylvester?
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
behind the dead
Hello.
guy at the top. Up
Yeah.
there.
Ah, to back. There
Damn.
you go.
Like straddling
The
that dead
skeleton,
body.
yeah. He's casting downward. The first one blows half the skeleton away. The second one actually erupts in front of you and actually showers you with bones. But before he realizes that it's not there to take the third hit, he's already let the Eldritch Blast go. And you are turning right as the bones hit you, and an Eldritch Blast strikes you right in the chest.
I give the.
Can I send the spiritual hammer at him?
Hey, you do you.
My bad.
And
Sorry. It was an accident, y'all. All right, so I still have movement. I'm heading down the hall.
Has the pounding sound stopped?
yeah, when the door exploded and the things
That was
rushed
it.
in, the
Okay,
pounding
cool.
stopped.
Cool.
Yeah.
I moved down the hall to there.
But as you initiative ends because you don't see a combatant in front of you, but as soon as the last creature falls and you begin to move forward, you hear an ear-piercing howl. Fill the hallway, fill the chamber in front of you. So loud, sand rocks from the walls and filters down beside you.
Walking sand. Okay.
Give me 1 second. I need to.
The howl
do
is coming
something.
from in front of us.
That's what I wanted to do. Add. Yeah, it appears to be. So you see right here that there appears to be a doorway, or at least an opening, and the sound emanates from beyond there. Let me add a. Oh, why didn't it add it? Oh, in bar. Yes, I have a Bane button now, guys. All right.
Yay.
Yay.
Makes it easier. Just a 1d4.
I need like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I can hear you though.
Okay. So, he can hear. So, that ear-piercing howl emanates from the chamber beyond. What are you doing?
Not that. He
I'm
looks at
gonna
Victor. It kind of looks like
forward.
he's trying to say sorry or something.
I mean, Victor is very much like just running. He kind of thinks of like what Sylvester was saying about let's burn this place down. And he's side by side with Sylvester and just ready to plunge forth.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a peek.
All right. What about Dariana? What is Dariana doing?
She is following along, trying to figure out what the hell Nolan is talking about.
That
Mumbling.
enemy behind us.
I wish I could
She
do
slowly-
Jesse's voice.
She slowly walks forward, stepping over lifting up her skirts and stepping past the bones that now scatter, exploded across the hall and the floorway so as not to fall. She makes her way forward and stays next to you.
Beat him.
I can move all these guys. I should just auto move bad guys to the back from now on, so you guys are always in front of them when they die.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And as I walk through this little chamber, is it just an empty chamber?
Oh, I think there was one that was still alive and just behind stuff. As you peek around the corner into this chamber, give me one moment. Reveal areas. As you peer into this chamber, there's an overwhelming stench of blood and rot. All around the edges of the room, there are bodies, some seemingly old and nearly rotted away, and some that are quite fresh. There are piles of gore and viscera, and the floor is coated in a red, sticky liquid. The walls of the room are smashed in, much like previous rooms you've been in. Against the south wall, there appears to be an altar, and just in front of it is a massive pile of pale flesh and bones. Suddenly, the pile begins to move, and it rises up nearly to the ceiling. As you peer around the corner, you see this creature unfold. And what appears in front of you
like with a transformer sound? Transformer sound? Wah, 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 wah.
No, it's more like a ripping and tearing of flesh as it rises up and opens its arms. And if you move down and to the left, in the roll 20 view.
I moved down to the left.
Oh, down to the left.
That's awesome.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You see this creature
Oh, fuck.
almost
That's
to the
awesome.
ceiling, standing in front of you.
His hands won't be able to get through the door, guys.
And you said the ceiling's like
Can do
30
this.
foot high or something?
It's like 20 feet high. So this is probably like close to the ceiling. It's large. So it's like 12 feet high.
Okay.
At least he's modest. He's wearing clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's big. Modesty's big in Seawall.
And
Damn.
it rises up in front of the altar. And it focuses his eyes down the hallway at you all. Opens its arms wide and stands there as if waiting. What are you doing?
It doesn't do anything. He's just standing there looking at us? Or,
It is.
Well, okay. I'm going to nudge Sylvester because I can't talk. And point.
Yeah, I see it. Thanks.
Just
Hard to miss. Are you missing an eye as well? Did you cut out an eye?
I'm gonna do my, the flappy hand.
All right, I'm going to attack him because that guy.
Because why not?
Because why not? That's what you do, right?
you said light this place on fire.
Murder hobo.
Burn it down, and they killed Annie. All bets are off.
Give me one moment.
Was that the?
So what are you
flat-
doing to attack this creature?
I am going to cast Synaptic Static. And here you go. Boom. And I'm going to drop it right about yonder. Oh, did I not display? I thought I threw it up there. Huh. I'll throw it again. I'll display first.
Synaptic
thanks,
Static.
Drow.
You choose. Hey, bless for Cutter. Thanks so much, Drow. All right, let's Jason. Bless settings 11. All right. Synaptic Static. You choose a point within range and call Psychic Energy to explode there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius. Where is the point that you're putting it?
Right there.
What is a 20-foot radius?
That would get
40
you.
feet.
That would get you.
diameter.
All right.
Yeah, no, you drop.
I was thinking diameter.
All right. Yeah.
So each score is 5.
Yep.
All right. So let's do it.
You have to do it at like the back wall.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah.
15, 20. That should hit him.
I got an idea. Let's lock him in the room and cast Cloud Kill in there.
Giants.
But I gotta
It doesn't look like he breathes
Great.
very much.
A creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower can't be affected by the spell. A target takes 8d6 psychic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. After a failed save, a target has muddled thoughts. During that time, it rolls a d6 and subtracts the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks, as well as its con saving throws to maintain concentration. The target can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a save. What kind of... It's an intelligence saving throw.
Yes, sir.
And what is its save that it needs to hit?
18.
Critically fails.
Oh, snap.
So roll that
Yeah.
8d6 damage.
He's
And
Oh my.
Oh, that's a terrible.
Oh my lordy.
holy shit.
That's
He rolled
terrible.
3 1s and 2 2s. 3
You
2s.
rolled
Terrible.
a 2,
Terrible.
a 2, a 5, a 2, a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 1. Sure, he'll soak that 18 damage without fucking blinking. And even though its thoughts are muddled, you suddenly hear once again an ear-piercing howl so loud it makes you cover your ears and squeeze your eye shut so your eardrums don't rupture. And from around you, from the piles of gore and viscera, you see figures rising up. And as they do, the flesh falls from their bones.
Do I get my movement though?
Sure, after this.
Okay.
And skeletons rise from amongst the flesh. Let's just keep the same initiative. And it is this creature's turn. So, muddled thoughts. That is what's happening, right?
Mhm.
I have to roll a 1d6 and subtract the number rolled from all its attack rolls and ability checks.
Nice.
So, as the skeletons rise, let me add their turn, and I'll do it in twos. We'll add turn here. We'll add turn there.
Night, Jess.
Hey, have a wonderful evening. I'll try my best not to kill you. Their initiative, that's 1. That's 2. Ooh. So
As
these
soon as she
guys
logs off, Death Ray. Death Ray.
Yep. The second she's gone. It's the Bone Claw's turn, right? All right. He readies action to Death Ray Dariana as soon as she walks through the door. So, descending order, Sylvester, this creature with muddled thoughts / roll 1d6. It subtracts a 3 from whatever it chooses to do next. And what it's going to choose to do.
I would have retreated after I cast it.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can take the move. You can take the move. Its thing was basically like a reaction. So if you want to retreat, you can.
Okay, I'm only using half my movement until I know what everybody else is doing.
As he runs into the room, beat him says, "What did you do?"
Yes, of course we'll kill it. You have no tongue. I'm sorry.
The creature is actually going to. It doesn't even need to. It's just going to, from where it's at, it's going to pull up its claws and strike one forward right at Cutter, and the fingers, the claws themselves extend and pierce into you with a -1d6. So I will just do.
Wait. So he's attacking?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my shield.
Okay.
And I'm also... So that puts me, what is it, +5?
Yeah, it gives you a +5.
Okay, so I'm a 23.
Okay. Yeah.
And if he hits...
So it misses with a 16.
Okay.
But one of your shields is gone. So as the claws strike out towards you, again, it raises its hand, has these long fingers, and the fingers actually... Oh, hey, Big Follows. Thanks, Oi Cooper 0022. We'd love them big follows. It strikes this shield that this magical thing that just appears in front of you. It clatters off of that. But then it raises its second claw and strikes in again. Clatters off your shield as well. And then I believe it gets to make a saving throw. Intelligence saving throw.
Also, shouldn't have had a -3 on its attack.
Oh, a -3, not a -6. Yeah. But it still would have missed both with the 25. Yeah. And now it gets to make an intelligence saving throw. And fails. Who is up? Where is... Oh, that's it. We're at the top now. So Cutter, as this thing erupts these long, massive claws from a good distance away, you're just in time able to bring up this magical shield, and you see all these 10-fingered massive claws strike just in front of your face and kind of clatter off and open up before they retract back towards this massive creature. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go in and take an attack.
Okay.
Bless. Well, I guess I don't need to, but I'm gonna roll it anyway.
Do it. Kill it.
Oh, I don't have sneak attack though. You guys are in the back room. Okay, so does that hit?
I'm getting back in here.
A 20? Does a 20 hit? A 20 does in fact hit, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I think I want to come in with my dagger, so I won't get my damage bonus.
Oh.
What's up?
I was going to say, too, skeleton intelligence. Are they below a 2?
No.
Because where I dropped that would have hit them, the 3 on the right as well.
They didn't exist at the time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
All right.
So when you walked in, the room was full of gore and dead bodies. And
Gotcha.
after you hit
Gotcha.
it,
That's
yeah,
right. They animated
Yep.
after the fact.
They
Okay.
animated and the flesh fell off their bones.
Right.
Yep.
Right. My bad. Keep
No
going.
worries.
Sorry.
So that's 10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you strike into the sword, you slice in, and your blade causes a small slash on this creature, but does not bury into its flesh and is almost repelled by it. It appears to take some damage, but seems not very much bothered by it.
Oh, weird. All right, I'm gonna try my dagger.
Okay.
Bless. $22.
22 will also hit this thing. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, you did the exsanguinating blade dagger. Nice.
Watch this heals him.
Necrotic damage. Yeah.
So
Oh, I don't get the +6.
you don't get the plus a whole lot of stuff. So if you don't have 2 weapon fighting, right?
No.
So when you strike with an offhand weapon, you don't get like modifiers and stuff to hit it with it.
It's just a raw roll d20.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I think you get the modifier to hit, just not to damage, right?
yeah. I thought it was damage.
Let's
yeah.
just double check real quick. Maybe it's just to the damage. I hate that it's called the same thing. It uses your bonus action. Has to be a light weapon. Just give me the actual rules. Don't just... Fighting with 2 weapons is something any character can do. Taking the attack action whilst wielding a light weapon in each hand, you can make an additional attack. Oh, you don't have a light weapon in each hand. You have a finesse weapon and a light weapon.
That's so weird how a rogue can't like attack with a dagger and a sword.
They can with the
Okay.
short sword because the short sword's a light weapon. You have a finesse weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna not do that. I can't do that. So.
Okay. Yep.
I will. Let's see. I will disengage.
Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that this is not the 2 weapon fighting style, but like the 2 weapons. To make sure, because this is like a big thing for your class. Although any class can technically wield a weapon in their offhand, only those have been granted a bonus action with no explicit bonus action. No, that's dumb. So in the case of a rogue, the bonus action granting cunning action, blah, blah, blah. You can take a bonus action. No, I don't care about the bonus action. Literally just give me, when you take the attack action, nope, that's a 2 weapon fighting thing. All right, if anyone wants to just find the actual wording in the player's handbook of the 2 weapon fighting, not the 2 weapon fighting style, and post that somewhere, that would be fantastic. But we'll continue forward for now. And if it is that way it works, what would your total damage be?
I guess not. So 3. So 25 on the dagger. So 'cause
25
I'm
on the dagger,
subtracting
and
6.
it is piercing and necrotic.
So a light melee. Yeah, so I guess if it's a light, then...
So even as your dagger strikes in this creature too, it's almost blunted against its flesh. And even that exsanguinating necrotic damage tries to work its way forward and ends up being kind of forced back.
Well, it
when
sounds
you
like I
take
can't
attack
even do
action,
it. Because it
technical
sounds
light
like it
melee
has
action
to, they
only
both have to be
wins.
light.
Bonus action.
Yeah, they have to be light.
Light melee weapon. Yeah, that's what I found. You don't
Yeah,
add your
it's-
modifier to the ability. Yeah. So when you had your short sword and dagger, you can use it, but as soon as you switch to your Margaret weapon, since it's finessed, you're unable to
Yeah,
do
that's
so.
that's fine. So I'll just move back.
Okay. Yeah, so that damage does not work. Thank you, chat. That's what I thought. But here we go. All right. So then it is this batch of Skelly boys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll set it to here. Yeah. We'll get the feats. Thank you, Cortez, though. Yep. So it's gonna race forward and strike at and thank you for the follow, Written Evermore. It is going to you actually get an attack of opportunity if you want to use your reaction, Victor, as the skeleton rushes into the chamber and then rushes straight at the knoll. And it is going to get a strike with a short sword against the knoll. That will be, if a skeleton could roll above a 10, that would be fantastic. One in my last, I think, 8.
What you're telling me, right? It could be a melee attack, right?
Yes, and it will use your reaction.
Sounds good. Here we go.
And you're blessing it?
Yep.
All right.
It's got this thing called a Mace of Destruction.
Do you actually have it physically out in your hand?
Yeah, that's what he's holding, right? Because the shield is the symbol. Boom. 24.
Yeah, so roll the damage.
This does it does the 1d6 plus 3, and then it adds these kind of bonus little. Oh, but I rolled a 1 with the 8. Yeah, so it should do a total of 11, and then because I have the inescapable part, like he should take the necrotic.
Yeah, so before it even gets around the corner to strike at Nolam, as it turns the corner away from you, you bring your weapon out and it actually just blasted across the wall. Bones just scatter the rest of your party. It seems your weapon, the mace itself, the bludgeoning that you do to this creature seems to deal extra damage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one, however, goes past you right as the weapon, leaves from striking the previous skeleton and will race in towards the knoll. And that will not hit. This one, we'll get to there. Nolam, you have one skeleton in front of you, and the piercing sound of this creature's howl in your ears. What are you doing?
Nolam is going to scoot on right to there, and then he's going to attack the skeleton that came into the room. Let's see here. He thrusts his spear at it. Ooh, for 12.
And 12 is going to miss.
Oh, I should have fucking left it. He's going to thrust the spear again, this time with a bless.
Okay.
Oh, thank God I blessed this one. Thank the gods. 14.
And a 14 will hit.
14
Ooh, 4 and a
damage.
6, 14 points of damage. So you miss the first one as it dodges out of the way, and the spear actually goes between some of its bones, but you pull back, sight in more, strike in, and again, bones are blasted across this chamber. You destroy this skeleton in front of you.
He turns and faces down the hallway and prepares for whatever. Again, turning back to Sylvester.
Bonus section for rogue is
Yeah,
something like
yes.
Barbarian. Yes.
That's all I say. Is just
All right.
yes. Whatever he says, yes.
Some of these skeletons are going to kind of work their way forward, but then just kind of hang out. Victor, what are you doing?
Victor steps over this like pile. I'm pretty sure he can go through the knoll. Yeah, 10. Takes a look. He's heard this like crazy screaming coming here, and he immediately sees this freaking giant claws and everything else. And so he realizes like he's gonna need a little more today, and he's gonna drop one of those that seemed to work pretty well upstairs. One of those strikes of flame. So like just it's gonna come like from the ceiling at him. It's gonna be a DC 16 save.
Do you need to be able to see?
For this one,
do you need to be able to see? You haven't even seen this creature yet. You haven't even seen in this room, correct?
Well, I've heard it, right? And I've
Okay.
seen all my friends come running out.
Uh-huh.
And so I moved like 5, 10, 15. And then I feel like because it's like a 20-foot radius, I can put it kind of over here kind of thing and hopefully hit all 4 of these guys.
Okay, a couple of questions. So are you looking into the room?
I think I have to, yeah.
Exactly. As soon as you peek around the corner, the second your head goes around the door, one of these claws strikes out. Its
Whoa,
fingers
okay.
extending at your face.
He's gonna react with the shield.
Okay. So it is a -3. So that will be a 17 to hit. You use a shield.
Oh, you know what? I can't, can I? Because you used my reaction.
No, because you used your reaction already.
Shit.
But I think you're
I guess it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter. Okay, good.
because you have an 18, right?
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, so you have a shield on. So as you turn around the corner, you suddenly see these claws striking right at your face, and you're just able to get your shield up in time for it to strike in, and it actually digs into your shield a little bit before it retracts. So then
That's
what do you do?
If he's able to, I mean, he doesn't want to burn himself all to hell, so he wants to drop that flame strike right here, and hopefully, hit the big guy and hit all these other guys as collateral.
So as the claws retract from your shield, you peek around, you see the skeletons, you see this massive creature, and you just point and drop it. You have the feat that allows you to cast magic while holding weapons, right?
I believe so, because my shield is the holy symbol.
That's right. Yeah. What are we doing?
So it's a 16 dex save.
Okay, for all 4 of these guys. Okay. Skelly. There's 4 Skellies, right?
There are. Well, I'm only gonna hit 3. I'll only be able to hit 3 of them though.
Okay, so the first 3 rolls apply, and with this guy, this is his. So it's 19, 13, 19, and 24.
Okay. Yeah.
What is
so
your
it
spell save
only,
DC?
Yeah. So it only hits one of them for full damage.
So it hits this one for 13. Yeah.
Okay. 13 plus 6, so 19.
Yeah, it hits this one with a 13.
Yeah, I
so
rolled
all 3 of these
terrible.
guys are able to dodge out of the way of this fire beam that comes down.
I think they take half. Let me check that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Dariana's up next.
I'll throw this up in the chat here.
Vertical column of fire roars down from heavens. Yeah, just go ahead and roll your damage. In a location you
So
specify,
it
each
did roll
creature in
damage,
a
I just rolled
10-foot
really
radius.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
it
you're
rolled-
still able to hit with a 10-foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah, and it rolled crap damage. So 19 was the full. Because he rolled really low.
Okay.
So it was 19 on
Um,
the one guy, and then half that on the other guys.
So 19. So we'll say
Like 9, I guess.
9. Yeah.
Round
Minus
down.
9. Minus 9. And then big boy.
And then can I? So.
Okay.
And then I think I've got. So I've taken the attack. I've cast that spell. I'm I'd like to move back out of the way because I've kind of read my friend's minds.
Go for it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And can I just stand on top of this guy's body right next to Nolan?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Hey,
And
thank you
then-
for the follow, Gortez33. And Daryana is now up. What is Daryana going to do?
So she thinks that she's going to go into the room, and then as she gets to the corner, Victor kind of looks at her and is like, "No." And he points at the dagger, like for her to take like a cut of him to put her blood mage armor on, and so she would that would take a round, I think, to do that.
Okay.
So
All right.
blood armor, boom. Plus that, and then he's going to take a point of damage.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
She's going to wait right there.
Gotcha. Sylvester, you are up. What are you doing?
All right, so I'm gonna kind of do the same thing. Move up 15, and I know I'm in his space. So as soon as I move there, is that attack coming, or did he already waste that on Victor?
Yes, that it was a reaction, so it is unable to do the attack.
Cool. So right there, which should hit him, I'm dropping Synaptic Static again.
Is your Synaptic Static... Is it concentration?
No.
That's a broken spell. Okay.
Want me
So
to
what is the
split it
save
again?
on this? No. I can just roll back. And it is a what save?
I'll throw it in.
Yeah. So.
It's a intelligence
Saving throw.
intelligence, yeah.
Attack rolls and ability checks as well as con saves. So he still gets his full intelligence save, which is just a +1. So he fails once again. These Skelly boys have -2s. So the odds of any of these guys succeeding is slim to none. All 4 fail. Your Synaptic Static once again blasting, exploding psychic damage through the room.
And here's the damage. There we go. That's a little better.
Ooh, all right. So this guy instantaneously explodes. This guy instantaneously explodes. This guy instantaneously explodes. This guy takes that. And that's it. And what are you doing?
I use my movement to go back right to where I was.
Okay. So this creature, in the dim darkness of this room, none of you see anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we're all out of the room.
As it makes more skeletons. Oh, lordy. That's much worse.
Oh, shit.
Appears in the dim darkness around you.
That's awesome.
It is going to strike out. At Sylvester. With a 25 to hit.
Mutes in the chat. Mutes in the chat.
Hey.
So he has a minus for his attack, too.
So is that based on his last save or the first one? Because he still hasn't saved from that.
Whichever.
Oh, it's a D6. Is it do I roll a D6 each time, or did you roll the D6 and that's its total each time?
I did not roll one. You did originally, and I'm fine either way.
So it's a -3. So it'll be a 22 to hit you.
Well, that's gonna hit me, even if Oh, wait. Yeah, even if I shield that, I'm fucked. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm hit. Bring it. Big ugly.
So that will be um 22 points of damage as this claw strikes down on you, and all 5 actually pierce deep into your chest and tear back out.
All right. Well, he's getting hellish rebuke for that.
Go for it.
So he has to make a dex here. I'll throw it up. Everything's moving weird.
A dexterity saving throw with a -3.
3.
So that's a +7. So we'll do a +4. That'll be a 13, which I assume misses.
He fails, and everything I cast is 5th level. So that's going to be 2d10. 3, 4, 5, 6d10.
Okay.
Baby.
So 27 more damage.
And that's fire damage, right?
Fire damage, yes.
Okay. So yeah, so as soon as he strikes you, when the claws are still actually deep within your chest, fire suddenly bursts from the wounds and races up its long arm and wreathes it in flames before it's able to pull its claw out from you. And you see the fire actually burn across its flesh, and you smell that acrid smell of burning flesh. If you've ever smelled it, it smells
And
weird.
how much did I take, by the way? I'm sorry. I got to mark that
It
up.
took a lot.
22.
22. Yeah.
Fuck.
And it was thinking about targeting a different person with its second attack, but now that you rebuked it, it strikes down once again on you with the +5. to
Hold on,
hit you.
I got to do this 22 really quick.
It's gonna miss the second time. So as it's still burning, it strikes at you, but you're able to dodge out of the way.
Good.
Cutter, this thing is now in this tiny room with you, filling it up, spreading its claws wide. Now the smell of its burnt flesh filling the space. What are you doing?
I'm gonna lash out with my sword.
All right.
Bless it.
Okay.
And I get sneak attack. Oh, let me do the damage first. Hang on.
Wait, you set up a bot to say that somebody other than you was muted?
I have a command, yeah.
All right, cool.
So 14 plus 24.
14
So
plus
38.
24, 38 points of damage.
Yeah, baby.
There we
Good old
go.
sneak attack.
So
we go.
as this thing is still burning, it strikes its claw into Sylvester. The flame wreathes around it. It rips its claw out, screams again through the air. As it's still burning, it strikes down with its other claws at Sylvester. And as it does, it opens up its side to you. And you pull back that half sword of the Margrave and dig it all the way to the hilt deep within this creature. You feel it just strike something, and you push harder, and you feel a pop inside of it. And the thing looks towards you, raises its claw high before its arm drops, and it drops to its
Oh.
knees and
Oh,
falls
shit.
on the ground in
Oh,
front
thank
of you.
goodness. Whew.
You're able to just pull the sword out in time before it falls underneath this massive skeletal clawed creature.
There we go.
Holy shit.
I was going to
And
say,
you-
I'd done like 70 points on that thing.
And from the other room, you hear a clattering.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice.
Ian walks over and takes a look.
When you walk in, all of the bones in the room have fallen.
Hmm.
I actually really like this one. It's kind of a good vibe music. As you step more fully in this room, again, what you see. Did the music stop?
No, I hear it.
Oh, I accidentally muted the tab. As you once again step into this room, you see the fallen skeletons that had risen from the gore and flesh around you. The edges of the room are filled with flesh, rotting bodies, fresh bodies, the discarded flesh from the skeletons that had previously risen around you. Against the far wall, you see an altar set between two statues of seated jackal-headed figures. On the altar is the bust of a man from the base of the chest up. This is the altar.
Does the face look familiar at all, or is it a generic man?
Like one of the Ilias.
The face does not necessarily look familiar, but are you getting close enough to explore? Are you in the room?
Yeah, yeah.
I kind
sorry.
of.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to move right to where that was. I just moved myself in the room, but apparently I'm right in front of it.
Who's missing? I see 4.
Just
there
Annie.
Nol-
Annie's dead.
And he's
No,
dead.
where's Nolam?
It's
He's
right
in the
between
room.
me and
He's right there.
right between me and Dariana.
Oh,
right
he was
there.
behind Ariana. Gotcha. So as you are exploring this, again, this altar, it fills the wall between these large jackal-headed statues. It's kind of like it's almost just like a shelf that comes out with this statue, this bust on top of it, but in front of it is a plaque. You see writing on the plaque that you're not quite sure you can make out. I believe you guys had previously tried to decipher or figured out that this writing seems to be a variant of Nurian.
I use my last eye of Nolam to use my divining. Hold on, what is the name of this feature? It is
My last eye.
the third eye. And I can read anything for once per short rest. You can choose the following one of the following benefits. Last until you are incapacitated or take a short or long rest. You can read any language. And that's what I
Okay.
use it to do.
Nice.
So as you look at it, the bust appears to be a Sawali man, garbed in garments that are dated, but similar to what you've seen around as you've been walking around. When you read the plaque says, "My mouth is opened by Anu Akma. My mouth's bonds are loosed by my God. With a chisel of bone, my mouth is opened. It is fed with the flesh and blood of the fallen. The inevitable degradation of the body is thereby halted, and I am rewarded." And beneath the words, there is a symbol of a sandlark in flight with a package in its talons.
We've seen that before, right?
That was the Ilia shipping family.
Fuck.
Like we saw that on the outside
Bitches.
All right.
of the temple.
Is the statue, the bust, is its mouth open?
It is not.
Does it look like it open? Are there like hinges or anything on it, or can we tell?
Why don't you roll me an investigation check? As you're exploring the bust of the statue, The bust of the statue. The bust in front of you.
I did not.
You
Oh,
you
so I might have rolled that twice by accident. The first one was
That's
the
fine.
one.
You see no hinges, no anything on the mouth. But as you touch the bust to kind of explore it, there's a warmth to it. It's not the same chill as all of the stone deep underground that you feel. It feels like stone, but something is not stone.
What's the plaque? Can you throw up what the plaque says or read it again?
Sure, absolutely. Let me see if I can just
I gotta write this down.
make a handout real quick. Oh well, that copy pasted very weirdly. Very, very weirdly. But here it is in a very weird way. My mouth is opened by Anu Aqua. My mouth's bonds are loosed by my god. With the chisel of bone, my mouth is opened. It is fed with the flesh and blood of the fallen. The inevitable degradation of the body is thereby halted, and I am rewarded.
I look over to beat him. I'm like, I think we have to cut some more shit off you.
Oh.
There's dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah, can't we just feed the
I can't
giant thing into it?
Well, its mouth's not open, right?
I'm gonna grab a bone shard and go up to it and jam it in its mouth.
Like an undead garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll me a strength check, please?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna bless it. Oh, baby.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
That's a
nat 20.
Yeah, doggy. Dude,
Nice.
bless is just for show. I love
I
it.
was hoping we'd get to cut something off somebody, but whatever.
Do what you
yeah,
do.
says the guy missing one pinky. His hair is
Yeah,
still
I just lost a
perfectly feathered.
pinky.
I know that's what he always raised when he drank, so it's a big loss for him.
I've been injured by everybody in the party. So I'm looking
Yeah,
at
sorry.
Eric. Oh, this guy's perfect.
So I raised my pinky.
Into the sewer, into the excrement extraction
Into the
tunnels.
unknown.
Hey! Don't sing that.
Oh, the sewer worked so well for us the first time.
We'll end up getting what is it? The
DMCA
video,
struck because I'm definitely hitting the appropriate notes to get picked up by the bot.
Hey, Disney. It's Disney though.
It is Disney. So with your blue card, you get a plus 1d10 to a skill check or attack roll.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's a good one.
Could we
Yeah.
just get an exclamation point luck in the chat real quick, please?
Jason's on it. All right. Cool.
So, I just had to refresh. Is the music still going for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So as you pick up this bone shard, kind of chisel-like, because that's what it says, you jam it into the statue's mouth. Put your hand behind its head and kind of force it between the teeth, half expecting to just like crack off some stone, but instead it actually does jam between the statue's lips, between its teeth, and you're actually able to push it in and push down and pry open this statue's mouth.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Sylvester's been killing these checks.
I'm gonna look
wasn't
inside.
me.
Can
That
I
was
see anything
Cutter.
inside?
Oh, it's Cutter.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got a 20.
What you see inside is as it still appears to be stone, but it looks to be a mouth. You see a tongue, you see a uvula, you see what appears to be a throat.
So,
I'm gonna motion to some of the viscera on the ground.
Suggested, there's. I originally thought we were gonna have to cut something off one of them, but they suggested the viscera on the ground.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, it
So,
said,
all
I don't
right.
see the note anymore, but it said something of the fallen. Flesh of the fallen or something like that.
Yeah, and we're
It
not
says-
It said flesh and bone of the fallen.
It
Fetus,
is fed with the
and bone.
flesh and blood
Yeah.
of the fallen.
Flesh
Yeah,
and
yeah.
blood.
How old is this fallen? Is it still bloody?
Well, there's guts
Uh,
everywhere.
All right. Well,
Or you
grab-
can go grab. You can go grab.
there's just
flesh from the
muck
dead
and
guy.
blood in the room. Remember? It
Yeah,
fell off
remember?
the-
well, that's
the-
what Cutter said when we first came in. He's like, when I said we have to cut something off, he was like, no, there's shit on the floor. So I'm like, all right.
Probably,
Yeah,
it
remember
seems
this whole
likely
room
though
is
that
like-
that huge ass thing was able to like go from the one room to the other.
Oh, is it dead? Does it have blood? I'd rather feed it. The big thing we killed, does it have? Is it body still there?
I mean,
Yeah, the body's still there. It has flesh
Oh
and
yeah, I
blood
want to
and
feed
bone
the
and
statue,
Yeah.
the fallen of its
'cause it was
guardian.
falling off of it.
Beat him
Yeah, so
walks
I wanna
in
go
and like
grab some
hacks off a
viscera
lib. A
Out of
limb.
that thing
a
that
lib,
we just
a
killed and run that
so a
back.
bunch of you all walk in and start hacking at this creature and come back with its bloody flesh.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to feed it its guardian or whatever.
Gotcha.
It's
So
fallen.
as you stuff the flesh into its mouth, you see it begin to chew and then swallow the flesh, and then it opens its mouth again.
Hmm.
Are we
What was the-
worried
what was
that
the
we're gonna
last line?
bring something
Never
back to life?
satisfied, I swear.
He beat him, scoops up some of the goop from the things on the floor, the skeleton boys, and he puts some of that in its mouth.
What do you mean goop? There's flesh, there's bone, there's
Yeah,
what are you trying
so you said that the flesh actually fell off the skeletons when they stood up,
right.
and
Mhm.
he gets some of that flesh from the skeletons that is
Okay.
laying. It should be laying on the
So you,
floor in here, right?
you feed more flesh into its mouth.
Oh, I think it needs blood.
Victor goes back to the room to look at the big thing and wants to see if it's being rewarded. Like, does it look like it's being like coming back to life? Like, I'm a little worried that we're feeding it itself, but it's like gonna heal itself
Roll an investigation check.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, because
The
you're
bat.
missing an eye.
'Cause I'm one eyeball down with a blood.
The viscera on the ground. While he's doing that, how
Boom! There we go.
bloody is it?
18.
Nice.
Dude, I threw away another nat 20, Ryan. Oh,
Yeah, the creature appears to be super fucking dead and missing the parts that
Okay.
were hacked from it.
Good.
So-
Okay, good.
And who rolled a bless? That was just you, Matt?
Is me. Yep. So I should be down.
So
to
could I
9, maybe?
squeeze some of the viscera on the ground to just get blood in? I don't know.
You can try anything you'd like to try.
I'll try that.
All right. So you actually pick up the flesh itself and wring out. So blood is just dripping in its mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You see the mouth close and you hear a gulp and see a swallow in its throat.
What?
I step back.
I'm a little worried that
Really?
we're creating something here.
And as you do, its eyes
Yes.
open
Oh shit.
and this yellow glow surrounds you and fills the entire room.
What fills the entire room?
This glow, this yellow glow,
Shit.
And
This-
at
this-
the
golden hue fills the space and begins to fill each of you. You feel
Everybody's moving back.
strong.
Oh, good. I like
Oh,
feeling
you
strong.
You feel refreshed. You feel revived. Bathed in this light, you feel a moment of almost ecstasy and the presence of the god of death. You feel, in a strange way, rewarded.
All right.
You feel in a strange way rewarded, and you're not sure for what or by whom. You can make any assumptions you'd like. You gain the benefits of a full long rest.
Sweet.
Yay!
A lot of spells. I had one spell slot left.
As you watch, the glow slowly dissipates as the statue's eyes close. And as you continue to watch, the statue slowly begins to disintegrate into sand from the top down. You just hear that sifting of sand as it becomes but a pile. And within the pile, you see a glimmer.
Edom steps forward and brushes the sand away from this glimmer and goes to pick it up.
As you pick it up, you find it appears to be an amulet attached to a golden chain. It is a golden pyramid with two wings on the sides and what appears to be a halo on top of it.
Our bless emoji?
That's our plus emoji.
Put it on!
That's fucking awesome.
He hands it to Sylvester.
I put it on. I can't yell at you, put it on, and then not put it on.
That's so cool.
So there we go. I put it on. Fuck. Oh, come on. We're drinking for luck.
You're unsure of the benefits of whatever this amulet might be, but when you put it on, you get a sense immediately. You get this inspiration of almost what to call it. This is the amulet of the Blessed Archive.
Awesome. That's so good.
And as you
It's a
put that
game within a
amulet
game.
on, the entire altar begins to crumble and fall away in front of you.
Fuck.
Oof.
Deeper into the dungeon we must go. What is that? Water?
Do we notice if our flesh that was missing, nothing's changed? Or did we
Nothing's
lose
changed. Your flesh
long
is
rest.
still
Okay.
missing.
more? Okay, gotcha. Fuck.
As the altar falls apart, you notice that it reveals an area behind it. You see a wall ahead of you with 6 jackal carvings of faces looking out in 2 rows of 3. And on the ground leading up to that wall, you see turquoise tiles in 2 rows of 3.
Oh god.
I wish
Nothing
I had
written
my
on them?
phone there. Where's Annie when you need her?
Anything written on them? No? They're just
No.
turquoise tiles. Nolan will try to move Sylvester aside and step
Gladly.
through onto the tile.
I moved aside for you. See that?
It's the amulet, the magic of the amulet.
Yeah, I so many risks.
Ooh, that is a good point. That is a good point.
As you stepped
No, I'm sure the
on
amulet has
to
nothing to do with this.
as you stepped onto the tile, the jackal face carving against the wall, one of them, the top one on that side with the tiles, its eyes open, glowing red.
Glowing red.
Oh shit.
So, wait a second. So the 6 tiles, 6 things, and there's a jackal right over each tile, basically? Is that what I'm looking at?
Against the far wall, you see 2 rows of 3 jackals,
Yeah.
and in front of you, you see 2 rows of 3 turquoise tiles.
So, beat him, step to your right or left, whatever, the tile next to you.
He
Yep.
As you
steps over
step to
there.
that tile, this one's eyes close, and the top
Oh.
left one's eyes open.
What color are they?
Red.
Steps forward.
The eyes close, and the next one's down, eyes open.
Also red.
Also red.
Do we have any patterns like this, you guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure
Do
out.
something crazy?
As you step, the bottom one on the left's eyes open, and the one above its eyes close.
Beatum leans down and looks it in the like the face. Just checking it out.
It appears to be a stone statue with just these glowing red eyes.
Nolan starts dancing out the directional pads to Sandstorm on them. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm getting like a Billie Jean vibe where they light up when you're dancing down the street.
Saturday Night Fever.
Sandstorm by Daruda, is that what that is?
Yeah, heck yeah. Little DDR.
Yeah, so as
I
you
want-
dance across the tiles, the eyes are constantly just opening and closing.
I want to try something. I'm going on to the back.
Let's just
two.
all go on a tile, guys.
Well, but there's 5 of us.
I'll get a dead body.
Well, that's what I was going to try and do. So I'm going, before you guys come
Or-
in, I'm going
or
to
do we
the
want
back
Brian?
row, and I would have a foot on each tile.
When there's a foot on each tile, none of the eyes open.
Oh.
Fuck.
Get in here.
There.
Or, hold on.
So I listened to
La, la, la.
Cutter, who mumbled something, but I kind of figured out what he was saying with this.
Since he has no tongue.
About
Yeah.
a dead body, so I'm gonna
Go
I'm
for
gonna
the
grab
tile.
a dead body and throw it on.
So you grab a dead body and throw it on the tile. As each of you step on, the eyes light up. And as the eyes of the final jackal carving light up, the floor falls away beneath you, and you feel yourselves plummeting downward.
And we're dead.
Oh yay.
Because we could have just
Down.
thrown 6 bodies on it, yeah.
That
Down through this darkness, picking up speed, and as you fall, that's where we're going to end our session for this
yeah, fuck.
Rocks fall, I'll die.
We could have tested the one skeleton and then just thrown 6 skeletons.
Oh,
That's the end of the campaign, everybody. Thanks for
Okay,
watching.
Yay!
I love Dark Kingdom.
We'll new
So
characters
good.
next week. Join us.
Join us for level 1 Dark Kingdom.
Actually, that would be kind of.
All right, outro checklist. Level if they leveled. Guess what? You leveled.
Oh!
Whoa.
We got a benefit of a long rest too. so
Because we're
we
gonna
get to level.
die.
Well, we got-
level up.
We got
And then
a long rest.
As the benefit of a long rest entails, one of the additional
Oh.
benefits from the glowing
Oh yeah.
blessing given to you, not just a long rest, not just the amulet of the Blessed Archive, you also level up to level 13.
Oh, and do I know
Nice.
anything about that amulet?
Nice.
You don't currently.
It did not give you intelligence.
You
As you're
f-
tumbling into the
You
darkness.
feel
Like,
as if
oh,
Yeah. You feel as if by putting it on, whatever it may do for you, it will do for you. And it didn't appear to need the benefits of attunement.
oh,
Ooh, it accentuates your blonde hair.
I get highlights.
Pretty dope.
Like
Which is
Pretty
Pretty
dope
win.
amulet, yeah. So
That's the best.
thank you. I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. I can't believe we got a level 5 hype train at the beginning of that. So thank you, Amir Sun. Thank you, Source of Victory. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Minotaur Dad. Drop some bits. Thank you, everybody that dropped bits and subs and channel points. Yeah, Amir Sun with all of the gift subs. Sursa with way too many. Amir Sun at 25. Source of Victory. Number 1 in our bit. I'm not even gonna say that out loud.
Sursa's fucking awesome.
Yeah, Sursa is amazing.
I felt the
Dungeon,
little
yeah.
pull of Sursa in this dungeon too. By the way.
Yeah, little bits and pieces. Again, that Embalmer's Paste is definitely a Sursa special. And some other really fun
That means there's
parts.
something going on there.
That was
Just
super cool.
You wait. Oh
Just
no.
you
It's all I'm gonna be thinking about is that pace.
Fucking
for like a
Sursa.
week.
Let's do Janelle is in here. She is another wonderful member of our team who made our wonderful website. And who is a fantastic mod player over on Merkborg. And just a wonderful person, IRL and in our community. What else? My list is shout out other people. So let's shout out, I just have an exclamation point. Jason, who is a wonderful DM for Thursdays, which is our Merkborg / non-D&D game stream. We'll be starting that up again soon, but you can always expect to find him as our established Thursday DM for all things awesome, but not necessarily specifically Dungeons and Dragons related. So Merkborg is currently on a hiatus. Our previous arc ended. Go check our YouTube right now to go check that out. Also go check out his channel and his YouTube where he does some amazing writing. Jason, though, what is the future of Merkborg right now?
So, I will give credit to Janelle because this was her idea, but I am writing a dungeon where we are going to see how many lives it takes to get to the end of it.
Oh boy.
So there's a story behind it. Because McGlintlock made an awesome just one-click character generator in Merkborg, we're just going to churn through these, and there will be some interesting audience participation. And I'm not talking about Blesses and Banes. So cooler stuff. So tune in for that. And I'm planning on having that done by next Thursday. So
That's like, that is going to be fun. I unfortunately will be missing that because I am at work.
I think so. We'll see.
Okay.
If not next Thursday, then definitely the Thursday after that.
Yeah.
Vanesh Panda, thank you so much for the raid. Unfortunately, we are just ending, which is always rough when we do that, but we appreciate the raid. We appreciate the follow. We are the Adventure Archive. We just finished our Evil campaign session for the evening. And as Jason was just saying, starting potentially next Thursday, we'll be doing a Death Dungeon run in the Merkborg game setting. So that would be fantastic. In addition to our Evil campaign and Thursday Merkborg, we also have Evil Andy running Theros on Monday. Do you want to give a quick blurb about Theros?
Yeah, so Theros is the Magic the Gathering setting that Wizards of the Coast converted for Dungeons and Dragons. It is Greek fantasy, which is really a lot of fun. We will not be having a session this Monday as I take a small vacation, but we are currently doing a murder mystery in Miletus, the Theros' analog for ancient Athens. Ryan gets to play in the game. We've also got Eric. Both Matt and Jason have characters in that world who are currently taking a small hiatus from being part of the adventuring group. Cam Savaris, who's in the chat right now, is part of that, and so is L2S Entertainment. And Janelle as well, my favorite neighbor. So it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun, and it's a little different. It's like a palate cleanser in comparison to like Dark Kingdoms and Merkborg. What?
I wouldn't put it that way. I mean, we're not evil, but there's tension. I would.
Sure. Oh, sure.
Cleanser.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great game.
So if you're into Magic the Gathering at all, I'm a big Vorthos. So like Magic the Gathering lore and story is like really important to me, and it's fun to play around with that world, because the one thing about opening up Dungeons and Dragons to the Magic the Gathering like whole multiverse is that it's more than just a Theros game. It's a Magic the Gathering game as well. So exciting things to come with that. Taking a break this next Monday, but if you want to check out recaps of Dark Kingdom, of Morkborg, you want to get caught up on Mythic Odysseys of Theros, please check out our website, which will take you to our YouTube, which there's great recaps that Janelle does for the Theros game. There's just so much. You can catch up on everything that we're doing.
Whole team killing it. Jason and Jess doing so much of our arts and emotes and everything like that, plus running games, plus Jason running the YouTube. Janelle immediately joining the team and creating this amazing website for us. Go check all of that stuff out. You can join our Discord as well to keep up to date on everything that is happening. Source of Victory is a wonderful friend, member of our local and online community, a massive supporter, and just an amazing content creator. Please go check out his stuff, which we will be running very soon. As we finish this dungeon, I will begin prep for the Tomb of
Excellent.
Mercy, which is
hell
a
yeah.
Sursa written, Kobold Press published tournament dungeon, which was kind of number 2 in the trilogy after we had previously run Acropolis of the Mailed Fist. So expect some prizes, expect some giveaways. It will
Expect a
be
lot of
an
deaths.
amazing.
Expect
some
a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
Maiming.
So that is a channel point redemption for us hitting, I believe it was 200 followers, and now we're past 275. So that will be coming up sooner than later. At some point, Andy will also be running a dwarf themed dungeon for that will be charity for a fallen friend of ours. And Jess will be running another one of our redemptions, which was for her to run a game. I don't want to say anything about it. That will happen at some point. She's away from us this week, but maybe next week we will get an update on that. And that will be running. So we have a lot of stuff. We're going 3 games a week, plus at least 3 additional games in the works right now for redemptions. Again, thank you all so much for being here. You're amazing. We're not going to be here Thursday. We're not going to be here Monday. So